surgery after the season.
Yeah, I heard something like it's like an avulsion fracture too.
Yeah, yeah.
We should have shut him down a while ago.
Yeah, man, I know. Like, he still gives you the best chance to win theoretically.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, dude. I'm hoping that the team doesn't like cling on to like, oh, we have a 2% chance of making the playoffs in week 18, so we're gonna keep playing them. Like,
Well, if we win tonight, I did see that we jump up to ninth in the seeding, and I think the top 7 teams make it now. So yeah, it's a pretty big game. About to kick off right now. Boston Scott's the returner for Philly. It sucks that this is in Philly too.
yeah, not an easy
One of
place
the
to stay, man. It's a tough
yeah, it's
crowd.
let's see. We don't have Devondre Campbell, he's out for today. Other than that, I know Dobbs is still out. I think that's about it though.
So they're going through the Eagles' offense right now and giving their Pro Football Focus ratings.
Yeah, they're all in the top
Yeah,
15.
AJ Brown, number 5 receiver. Dude, I can't believe we didn't trade for him. Like, Eagles fucking stole him, a first and a fourth for a bona fide young number 1 receiver.
I do expect Jay to be able to lock him up pretty good tonight, but Douglas is going to have his hands full with
Devonta
Devonta
Smith.
Smith. Yeah, I would,
Yeah, you
I would,
almost
I would
wonder.
almost shade
You,
help over his way.
you almost want. I mean, AJ Brown is definitely their number 1,
Shotgun,
but
hand bat at the line. That's Enigbare.
but it almost seems like Rasul might match up better on Brown,
Hmm.
and you could just do Alexander 1-on-1 against Devonta Smith, and then you do Douglas and safety help on Brown.
I know this. These are 2 receivers that I would want to be pressing at the line of scrimmage and not playing off, but I bet we won't do that. We are kind of pushed up right now. We got
Yeah,
Quay. Wait, hold on. We got Quay Walker way up top right now. Don't love that. Wow, he's playing way off too.
ooh, yeah, I don't like that.
They're gonna be looking his
Holy shit, they're looking
way.
deep right away.
3rd and 10 though. All right, gotta hold them. Man, to go
And
3-and-out against this team, that'd be big.
you can tell they don't respect our pass rush. I mean, you got
Mm-mm.
fucking Jalen Hurts out there looking for deep shots on second
Dude,
and 10.
dude, I don't even respect their pass rush.
Well, dude, I mean, Rashawn Gary went down, and Preston Smith is a nice piece, but
Hmm.
he's not a guy who can carry the
He's
unit.
more of a run stopper than a pass rush special. He's elite when it comes to setting the edge, but I don't want him. He's gonna be our sack leader on the year probably
Probably.
with like 8. Oh, there he goes. There
Oh,
he goes. There he
come on.
goes.
Who fucking
Oh wow.
three horribly missed tackles.
I hate scrambling quarterbacks. I
Dude,
hate scrambling
that's oh
quarterbacks.
my god. That should have been like a 2-yard gain and just 3 terrible missed tackles. Let's see. First one, Quay Walker, and then Amos,
Yep.
and
And
then
then
Savage.
Savage.
Rudy Ford, the only guy out there actually running with authority. Like Reed was trotting down the field.
And they're gonna march down. Oh,
Savage down
Savage
on the
down.
field being a little bitch.
And they're gonna march down for a touchdown, probably on this already. Oh man, 3rd and 10. This is why I hate scrambling quarterbacks. I got PTSD from scrambling quarterbacks dating back to like 2003.
It's the new NFL, man.
It
Like
started
you pretty much need to have a quarterback who can scramble.
started with Vic, back-to-back years of having Vic send us home early in the playoffs from scrambling, and then it was Kaepernick years, and was it 2011, 2012, I believe.
Oh yeah, when we 2012, I think.
Wait, 2011 was the year we lost the Giants. It was 2012, 2013. That was
Yeah,
the
because
Kaepernick years.
2011 was the 15-1 season
One
where the
year and
Giants sent us
beat
home.
us. Yep.
Yeah.
And then we played 49ers and Kaepernick ran all over us and sent us home in the playoffs. And ever since then, I hate every scrambling quarterback.
I mean, you look at all the best quarterbacks in the league now. The only guys that you don't really consider a threat to scramble are like maybe Joe Burrow. I guess like Justin Herbert doesn't take off a lot, but he is pretty athletic.
Mac Jones, I don't think scrambles too much.
Well, Mac Jones ain't a top quarterback in the league. That's what I'm saying. Like this is the new NFL. If your QB can't run, you're probably not going to have an elite unit. I can't think of any just like purely pocket QBs. Like I think Joe Burrow is probably the closest.
2nd and 5. Ball's already in Green Bay territory. They hand it off. Picks up about 8 yards.
Yeah, man, this this game could get ugly pretty quickly. Philly is they've had a bit of a slump lately, but they
almost
still have the
lost
best
last
record in
week,
the
but-
NFL.
Mm-hmm. Aren't they coming off a bye too from last week? They might
No, they played the Colts last week.
be. Okay, it was a close game.
Yeah.
So
Dude, how about Jeff Saturday coming in with no head coaching experience, won his first game, and then he took Philly to the wire, only lost by 1 point.
yeah. 2nd 4, they're in the shotgun. A lot plays out of the shotgun.
Come on.
Good
All
play.
right.
Who's set the edge there? Hollins. That's our
Hollins.
new guy. We picked him
Yeah.
up from the Rams this week.
Yep. I'm surprised he's already out there getting snaps. What do they got? Savage walking in the locker room now?
Probably is. Hollins, he started 5 or 6 games for the Rams this year. I don't really know why they let him go. But set the edge on that play there. Worked
Dude,
out.
So Savage has not had a good year, but we're already down to
Oh my God. There you go. I hate scrambling fucking quarterbacks. Every single one. Torn ACLs for every scrambling quarterback. That's all I want for Christmas. Every scrambling quarterback gets torn ACL. Nothing. It's the second time on 3rd down. They just tuck it and fucking run.
Dude, and they're wasting no time getting up there. They are pressuring the defense with a hurry up and just running it right down our throats again. You never see that kind of urgency with the Packers offense.
My God, I hate it. I can't stand it. The NFL needs to make a rule. Like, quarterbacks can't fucking scramble. You either touchdown. You either can get hit like any other player, or you can't scramble. That's the options. Because quarterbacks are just like unicorns out there. You can't touch them, and now they're like fast and they can throw, and then they just run all over the place, but you still can't hit them.
Dude, I mean, I'm telling. If I were a D coordinator, I mean, I guess it would be situational. Let's say you're a D coordinator and you've got an elite scrambling quarterback in your division, which we do now in Justin Fields. I would probably just coach my guys like, go fuck him up, dude. Like whatever, you get ejected, that's fine. We got to deal with this guy twice a year for the next 15 years. Go fuck him up. Make him afraid to run against this team.
It would have been a 3 and out if it wasn't for him scrambling. We would have had the ball and they wouldn't have got a touchdown. But because he's a scrambling quarterback, now we're down 7-0.
Yeah, frankly, I'm surprised that as bad as Joe Barry is, this seemed like one of the most obvious things to do in the game is you need to have someone spying Jalen Hurts on every single play. That hasn't happened yet. So how quickly can Barry adjust, if at all?
Well, let's go through these suckers then, shall we? Keys to the game. Mine, open the rushing lanes and feed both Dillon and Jones. Keep Philly's offense off the field. Yours, A creative offensive game plan. You
Yeah,
need to
man.
put up points.
Yeah, we just
A lot of
haven't
points.
seen much creativity this entire season. Defenses know what to key in on. This is the game where we need to pull out all the stops because we lose this, it's all but over. I think we go
Yeah.
down to like a 4% chance of making the playoffs, and realistically, probably less than that.
Yeah. 2, make Philly a one-dimensional team on offense. So take away the run, and that means Hurts scrambling too. Force him to throw. It's probably the weak point, even though they have good receivers now, and they still put up lots of passing yards, but try to make them as one-dimensional as possible.
Yeah, man. I was thinking about the same thing when I was coming up with my keys, and it was the first time I really thought about Philly's offense in detail. Like, how do you defend against them, man? They have an elite rushing game, mainly based on the unpredictability that you get with a scrambling quarterback who, like, they do designed runs with them.
Mhm.
They run with the running backs. They run jet sweeps. Like, really elite running game. So do you key in on that? Because then you're leaving AJ Brown and Devonta Smith one-on-one. Like, this is a really potent offense that I really wasn't given enough credit for.
Yeah, they're stacked all around, man. I don't know how you defend against this team. So you just saw it. We had them on dead to rights. They have to beat themselves on offense to win that, pretty much.
Yeah,
Your number 2 is use Christian Watson down the field.
yeah, man. If we're not willing to stretch the field, this defense is gonna gobble us up.
Mm-hmm.
They got a ton of playmakers. Shut down guys in the secondary. Guys with pass rush juice. Like, if we just let them key in on the short stuff and hope that Aaron Jones makes miracles, it ain't gonna happen. Christian
Right.
Watson needs to be a deep threat.
Yeah, he needs some big plays today. He's the only one that can really make deep plays for us. All right, kickoff's underway.
Oh come! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God!
That was terrible. That was Nixon too, our new
Dude,
punt
why did
returner.
he had an opportunity to kneel? He muffed the snap in the end zone. If he just knelt, it would have been fine. Instead, we're going to be starting at like the 12.
That play right there is a snapshot of our entire season so far.
All right. Well, you're number 3. Get pressure up the middle and spy
Yep,
Hurts.
yep. Got to get pressure up the early on them too. So to get into the rushing lanes there and or his line of vision and force him to just play off. All right, Rodgers under center. We
Yeah,
send Lazard in
surprising to see Rodgers
motion.
under center for the first snap. Play action. Oh, come on. All right, first pass was to Watson for about 15 yards, and the young
Can't
buck
hold on
can't
to it.
pull it in. It was in his hands.
I can't tell you how frustrating and difficult it is to watch Packer games this year.
I don't understand with young receivers why it's such a common thing for young receivers to have drops. And it's like that's the most fundamental aspect of being a wide receiver is catching the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is it at this point in your football career that you're still refining? I've never understood that. Like,
Watson
route
got in his
running,
way.
blocking, I get that. Catching the
Yeah,
ball, you should fucking have that shit down by now.
yeah. Aaron Jones had a chance to break a pretty big run, but Christian Watson was kind of in his way. He actually had to push him out of bounds, kind of. Aaron Jones needs to have more than 2 touchdowns on the year.
Yeah, that's wild. For as much as he's been the heart and soul of this offense, to only have 2
We
touchdowns.
don't feed him enough. He should be the focal point of our offense.
So I've noticed on the broadcast they keep showing a particular Packers coach that I don't quite know. I'm not sure if that's Adam Stenavich
I think
or.
I think it is.
Oh,
Oh,
awesome!
nice
Love that.
picked. Cool.
Love that.
Great. Picked. Pretty much in the red zone too, I think. Was that
Just on a wild bounce too. Like that wasn't necessarily a bad pass by Rodgers.
was that
Got
Gardner Johnson
deflected.
too? Bakhtiari leads the league in picks this year. That was a bad throw by
Oh yeah, so
Rodgers.
it wasn't as good as I thought it was on first view, but the interception, it was like one of those wild things where it gets tipped up in the air and it's just floating. Rodgers was under immediate pressure. Like Jenkins got owned like from the snap.
Rodgers should not have thrown that ball to Lazard. Slay had him covered.
Yeah. Well, man, if Philly scores a touchdown here, this game we could be seeing Jordan Love by the end of this game. It's just looking right now to me it looks like Green Bay knows they're outclassed.
Yikes.
All right.
Your
Yeah,
third
your
one?
number 3, pressure up the middle. Kenny Clark hasn't done shit this year, so I doubt that happens. My number 3, get Aaron Jones 20 plus touches, not necessarily carries, but between carries and catches. I mean,
Did say carries or touches? I probably meant to say touches.
I mean, whatever. LaFleur probably won't do it anyway.
Oh, another fucking design run. Another first down. God, I love scrambling quarterbacks.
What's your number 4, brother?
Offensive line must play their best game of the season.
Not a good start. Not a good start. Which real serious question here because this is a contract year for Elton Jenkins, a guy who was previously playing at an all-pro level at multiple positions on the line, tears his ACL about a year ago. It came back super fast. No one expected it. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? This tackling is sorry as fuck.
Wow, we are fucking bad. Holy shit, do we suck?
No, Rodgers is going to hero ball right now.
Oh my god, we're down 14-0. 14-0 in the first 6 minutes of the game. This is great. We're gonna get blown out.
Dude, Kenny Clark has him in his fucking arms, and Kenny Clark can't bring down Miles fucking Sanders. Ugh. Dude, this game could be the ugliest of the season.
We missed.
Hey, at least we're not down 14-0.
No,
Only 13-0.
okay.
Missed the extra point.
All right. Oh, yours was blitz to force mistakes. Yeah, we don't blitz very much, and we should, seeing as we don't have a pass rush. So
yeah, I'll come back to the Jenkins point that I was talking about because that's a longer discussion. But yeah, for me, number 4, our defense just I don't expect us to be good enough to stop them. So I'm hoping that yeah, we'll blitz, we'll give up some plays, but hopefully we force some mistakes too if we blitz.
right. My 5th is Packers must play a complete game for 4 quarters. And they're not playing. All 3 phases are playing terrible. Special teams has made mistakes. Offense can't get going, and defense can't tackle. So complete opposite of a complete game. All 3 phases are just playing like dog shit right now. Your 5th, make aggressive calls like your job depends on it.
I mean, I
Speaks for
don't
itself.
really see any reason why we shouldn't be going for, you get into like a 4th and 3 in a iffy territory. Season's on the line, dude. We
I
lose
would.
this game, it's not happening.
We should come up with some stuff like some fake punts or something like that. Like we haven't seen it in years, but try something.
Oh,
Try
and that's
something.
the thing. That's the thing. Just try,
Yeah.
recognize that this is the line in the sand. You lose this game, you will not make the playoffs. I
If
don't
we
care.
lose this game, you will see people getting fired. Like I don't think we could have a new offensive coordinator next year. Savage might not be it. We definitely better be having a new defensive coordinator next year. Yeah. Bold predictions since we're on a commercial break. My bold prediction is that Aaron Jones gets 20 plus touches. Fairly bold. Like you would not think that's a bold prediction, but we have a terrible job. We do a terrible job of getting Aaron Jones the ball. it is a bold prediction to say that he gets 20 plus touches a game.
And hey, we're down 13-0
Yeah.
now.
You still got to keep running
or
though.
panicking. Well, yeah, it's a good head
Yeah.
coach would say, hey, it's still early in the game, stay the course. But LaFleur, he just gives up on the run.
Mhm.
Like that's one thing I don't like about offensive-minded head coaches. They're in love with the passing game, and they
Mhm.
kind of look for an excuse to give up on the run game. Teams that stick with the run, they're almost all defensive-minded teams.
Mm-hmm. Yours, Packers keep it close into the fourth. This might want to be your boldest prediction. Ah, yeah.
I thought they'd come out with some heart, knowing that the season's on the line.
I tried to
Yeah,
think outside the box.
I
Tried to think
like
outside
this.
the box this one. I thought bold prediction, Josiah DeGora has his best game as a Packer. He's been coming on a little bit lately. He has been great as a blocker. Like as a fullback blocker, he's been great this year. Not so much offensively. He hasn't had those big plays, but I thought he might have his best game tonight
Well, I think it's wild that we drafted him
in the third round.
supposedly to be like the Kyle Juszczyk kind of player,
Mm-hmm.
and we have never used him like that. Like, how
Nope.
often do you see him line up as a fullback and go do like a wheel route or an angle route? Like we just never use him that way. We
Right.
either use him as a blocker or a traditional inline tight end, which he's not.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Your boulder is Christian Watson scores twice. That would make 3 straight weeks of him having 2+ touchdowns.
Yeah. I definitely I do think that's on the Boulder side. That would be
Mhm.
quite the pace for him to maintain.
All right. Aaron
Nice
Jones,
run.
nice run. Picks up 10 yards.
But yeah, man, like if someone's gonna do it, I think Watson's our best bet.
Mm-hmm. We send DeGora in motion too, and he gets a nice block.
Yeah, you're right. He sealed that edge very well.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's your boldest?
Oh, boldest. Special teams makes a game-changing play today. Like I had like fake punt conversion in my mind, and maybe we do something like that. But special teams needs to do something, especially now more than ever. The way this game's going. Oof! Wow, is that Brandon Graham? Fletcher Koch. Fletcher Koch. I can't. Cox.
Dude, I mean, offensive line is getting beat off the snap. Like
Yeah.
Aaron Jones didn't have a chance on this. That was that Yosh who just got destroyed by
Yeah.
Fletcher Cox?
I got a fun little story about Fletcher Cox.
Yeah.
He's really big into drag racing. My buddy goes down to drag races down in Ohio every year, and he always sees Fletcher Cox there. And every year he's got like a new girl with him that he brings down every year. He says, "Yeah, nice
Okay.
play, nice play."
Very nice design screen to Jones. Philly was not anticipating it, and the blocking couldn't have been lined up better. That's probably 25, 30-yard gain.
The first thing I thought of when I'm seeing, I was like, "Please don't be a flag. Please don't be a flag." It's just a great
So
play. Bakhtiari gets a good block on the side.
Jenkins out there with a nice
We
block.
get Myers. Myers up there running.
Upfield, dude, Samori Tor had a really nice downfield block.
All right, we are on the edge of the red zone right now.
That's a
We
huge
send
play.
Lazard.
Dylan.
Dylan!
Rumbling.
Stay on your feet, stay on your feet. Touchdown! AJ Dillon. Fuck yeah.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. He started losing his balance and like this fat fuck is gonna go down.
Nice. Love it.
AJ Dillon
Good.
has not had a good year. I would like to see more runs like that from him coming forward.
Kicking the extra point or going for 2?
Extra point. Why would you go for 2?
I don't know. Just try to get as many points as possible. The Jags won it on a 2-point play. Instead of sending it to overtime, they said, fuck it, let's go for the win.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. They're a team with nothing to lose going up against a playoff contender.
All right. Before you say your boldest, let's see if Mace hits it. He does.
All right.
And 13-7. Yours.
That was big. That was a quick drive as well. So
Yeah.
we still got over 6 minutes left in the first, and we've made it a one-score game. That response was needed.
For sure. Big time. Yours, we see teammates argue with each other and their coaches. The way it was going. But I mean, it still could. Still
It's
super early, but
I just I mean, we've seen Rodgers vent to LaFleur a bit already, but I don't think that's some people have been like, oh, that's so unprofessional. I think they're blowing it out of proportion. It's like, coach and QB, they're gonna have differing opinions sometimes. What I think we're gonna start seeing the cracks on defense, where like I don't think guys like Jair Alexander want to play for Joe Barry.
Mhm.
And I think we're finally going to start to see like players getting sick of playing schemes they don't like, and I think we're going to see some bickering. Yeah, man.
Yeah, we could.
Frankly, it's a matter of time. Maybe it happens this game, maybe it doesn't, but to me, it's pretty clear that the coaching staff is losing the team, and it would take a miracle for them to rally and regain the team's respect.
Well, I'm trying to get resituated here. All right. All right. Let's see. It's about to be Phillies ball here. All right. Let's get back to your Jenkins.
Yeah, no, that's a good thing to pivot to here. So as I was saying, obviously we all know how well Jenkins was playing previously at multiple positions. Then he comes back super fast from his injury. Like frankly, this is at the start of the season. I would have hoped that he would have started playing within the past couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Having said that, he's been playing all season long, and he's not been playing well. He's kind of been a liability in some circumstances. He's definitely better than Royce Newman. I don't want to make it out to be like he's the worst guy in the line, but he's not playing to his standard. His contract's up at the end of the year, so do you roll the dice and give him like some bad team with money to spend and nothing to lose? They will be willing to give him tackle money to go start for them. So as Green Bay, are you willing to pay him as a top tackle based on prior years and setting this year aside, hoping it's just a recovery year?
You know what I would prefer to do? I don't know if he does it, accepts it or not. I would try to franchise tag him and make him play on the tag because he's played more snaps as guard than tackle, so he would be forced to play under the guard tag for another year, and that would allow us to see really where he's at because sometimes players just have down years when they come back from the ACL injury, and then it's year 2 after they've come back from the ACL injury that they get back to form. It would make me feel more comfortable about giving him a long-term deal if he goes back to playing elite form, and if we could tag him on a guard, that'd be ideal. There's a chance that he just sits out though with that because he would. I mean, if I was Jenkins and I got tagged, I would probably not be too happy about it. But
well, so you raise a pretty interesting scenario there, which I hadn't even considered because Green Bay almost never follows through on the tag. Like sometimes they'll tag a player and a month later they sign them to an extension. I can't remember the last time we actually tagged a player and had him play out the year on the tag. Real quick though, we're in a 3rd and 1.
yeah, see that probably a design run.
I bet you it's his QB sneak. Yep.
Ooh,
we stop him.
Oh, we do pull him back. That's Enikbari. He's been playing good lately.
He has. Dude, the play before this 3rd and 1, he stopped the running back short. It should have been a first down. Enikbari made a nice play to hold him up. Now he makes another nice play on this QB sneak.
Quez Watkins should have blocked him on that. It's just a terrible job on Watkins' part. But good
Yeah,
play.
has been a bit of a find for a 5th-round pick. Like
Yeah.
I don't know that he's quite starter material yet, but I'm feeling much more confident about him as a rotational guy going forward. Which for a 5th-round pick, that's really all you can
If
hope
they
for.
give him the first down on this, are you kidding me? All right, good. They are short. Significantly about half a yard short. They go for it. It's what, on the 40? 4th and inches on the 40. Yeah, I bet they go for this. Analytics say to go for it early in the early in the first quarter.
Yeah, I don't know, man. They're on their 40 or our 40?
They're 40.
If I'm them, I'd probably line up and see if I can draw them off sides. I don't know what. Oh, they go for it.
Looks like they fumbled the snap. And that looks short from where they were at. You better put that ball back some. All right, I mean, that TV line's not official, but that looks like Green Bay ball.
Yeah, so Rasul Douglas was in on the tackle. Refs are talking. I'm surprised Philly being this aggressive. If I were them at home against the team that I know I'm better than, I don't know that I'd risk giving them short field position. Like take the
Right.
punt, make a move. Yeah, so that's a fumbled snap from the get go. Actually, that ball should be spotted even shorter because the ball was actually the replay shows it never actually gets into Hurts's hands. It's more in the center's hands than Hurts, and the center's knee goes down well short. All right, they measure and Philly is short, so
Nice.
the aggression does not pay off. Green Bay gets a short field here. That's big, man.
Yes.
That'd be a momentum swinger.
Now we need to do something with this though. We need to capitalize on the momentum. Come away with some points. I mean, we're like 5 yards away from being in field goal range, so
Well, we did on that last drive. We had some pretty nice run blocks where the backs had big holes to shoot through. I might try to follow up on that.
mm-hmm.
Um,
To I know we're bouncing all over the place a little bit. I did want to comment on the Elton Jenkins thing when we were talking about it. I do believe that they would tag him on the guard because it'd be based off the number of snaps. So yeah.
yeah, no, I really like that plan on a number of levels because one, obviously it gives us more time to evaluate his recovery and see if he's going to return to form in the future
Mhm.
or if the injury had a permanent effect.
Another reason I kind of like it too is we're gonna be in the hole for cap next year. It's gonna be cap hell, and I believe we can still use the tag even though we're in the hole. So
I mean, I think the cap is an argument against it because typically an extension, you can structure it so that the cap hit is less than the franchise tag. But one aspect of the plan that I do like is this is getting into a longer form discussion, but I do expect Rodgers to be back next year,
mhm.
and I think it's probably his last year. So I could see like the financial commitment is made. Like fans talking about canning Rodgers, like, oh, let's get rid of him. I hope he retires, or let's try to trade him. The contract structure, that's not going to happen, man. He like the
Mhm.
commitment's already made, so we may as well ride with him Once we get to the third year of that deal, the cap ramifications aren't quite as bad. At that point, I could see us deciding to go with Love and eating some dead cap. But next year, if Rogers leaves, like we're just fucked in every way. So I expect him to be back. I don't think he's going to want to go out with this bad year and the broken thumb. I think he'll want to come back and think he can play better.
I got some news since I just looked it up. All offensive linemen are grouped together when it comes to franchise tag.
Really?
Yeah.
That must be new.
So the franchise tag this year, it'll go up a little bit, would be $16 million for a franchise tag. All right, we get the ball to Jones on about 3 yards up the middle.
But yeah, so like I was saying, I expect Rodgers back next year. You
Mhm.
could look at it as like, hey, we give Rodgers the best offensive line we can, and then after next year we begin the rebuild in earnest. And like, yeah, Jenkins might be a great guard, but you don't pay a lot of money to guards. Historically,
Right.
that doesn't work out.
Mhm.
Come on, man. Even Cobb's dropping balls. Dude, that play had some room to run too.
I
A little
know.
bubble
At
screen.
least at minimum, he had probably at least like 5 yards. It would make it like a 3rd and 3. Much more manageable than a 3rd and 8, since we don't got one of them fast scrambling quarterbacks and just running up the middle every time a play breaks down.
3rd and 8. Come on, dude. You make this 4th down stop. You can't go 3 and out. You can't do that. Like I would be playing as if this is 4 down territory and I would take a short gainer here.
Get there, Jones. Oh my God, don't let yourself get tackled like that.
Well, that was
Oh man.
Watson had a bad block.
Yeah. We kicking a field goal or we going for this? It looks like we are keeping the offense out on the field. I wonder if this is us trying to get them to go off sides and then we call a timeout, potentially kick a field goal. Do you agree with going for this on 4th down right now?
Yeah. I think you got to be aggressive. I think Mason Crosby's leg has been questionable this year. Risk it for the biscuit.
Shit. That middle of the field looks potentially open if Watson can get not a single slant, Yes. With a flag though.
Really, dude?
This gonna be fucking holding.
Oh my god, dude. You can't. This better not be on Green Bay. You cannot take a flag on a 4th down. I was surprised Rodgers looked for Watson over the middle. Holding on defense.
Nice. I started to get so freaking mad at first because I was like, why would you not do a slant, like a quick slant for the 1st down over the middle? Especially because the linebacker came out on that.
Dude, I like that, man. Watson had a drop earlier. He was starting a little
What are we
rough.
doing?
And Rodgers is not afraid to go back to him. And he takes a hit over the middle and holds on. Watson is clearly the best receiving option we have at this point. It'll be interesting once Dobbs comes back to see who finishes the year stronger. But Watson definitely gaining some of Rodgers' trust.
Oh, that's Gardner Johnson that's down too.
Good.
That'd be big. I think he just got the wind knocked out of him by the looks of it.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I've joined the dark side. I know you always root for players to get injured, and I never wanted to be that guy, but the bitterness of this season, fuck them, man. To let them blow out their knee.
Look, my thinking has always been, if I'm in that position and I'm making that much money, I'll blow a goddamn knee out to be lucky enough to play in the NFL and make millions of dollars. Like, whatever. I'm still making millions just by sitting on the sideline.
You watching this fucking Bonkers
Pistachio?
pistachios commercial.
Yeah, I was wondering if we had the same commercials or not. Yep, yep, I saw it. They're just funneling pistachios. Yeah, I saw it.
That's a hell of a work party right there.
Oh yeah, I saw it. Did San Francisco win today? Do you know?
Yeah.
Man, they're gonna be tough to beat. They're getting hot.
Yeah, I could totally see San Fran making a Super Bowl run. I mean, they're battle tested. Philly is obviously playing very well. Minnesota playing very well. But you get to the playoffs and who knows that atmosphere in the NFC right now? The Niners.
That's. Did you see the commercial just now? By the way,
I wasn't paying attention.
it's a Gillette Josh Allen commercial.
Okay.
That's super ironic, seeing as
He has a
Gillette
beard.
sponsors the Patriots Stadium. It's Gillette Field, sponsored
Yeah.
by Gillette, yeah.
Weird.
And they go with a division rival for their spokesperson.
Hey man, you gotta follow the stars.
Hey, hey, I bet Bill Belichick checking in on Josh Allen during those things. Hey, Josh, like
Dude, I'm surprised Joe Burrow doesn't have more commercials since the guy looks like a goddamn male supermodel.
um
Yeah, Gardner
Burrow's
Johnson looks in rough shape.
yeah.
He's been heavily to the
All
ground.
right. We got 1st and 10, Rodgers on the center. We're going big on the offensive line. Looks like we got Big Dog out there, and we bring in Lazard, and we go with a pass. And touchdown, Cobb. Touchdown.
All right, man. I like that was every indication it was going to be a run. Heavy package. We motion Lazard in tight, right next to Big Dog, and we play action to Dylan, and then Rogers is just looking for
Oh, we had the safety bit too on that.
yep, going to Covey.
I can't believe Cobb can still kind of outrun some guys.
Yeah, I I'll be I'll give credit where credit is due, man. Cobb has had a really good year for what we expected of him. Especially considering he spent a portion of it on IR.
He
Uh,
he has to now because he's the only slot receiver we have since we cut Amari. We got to start all over again next year now with slot.
I I don't know. I've never really subscribed to the notion that there's a particular type of slot receiver. Like, yeah, you want them to be a little bit quicker, but you you put any number one receiver in the slot and they always do well, regardless of how quick they are.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. I think we could roll with Samori Tor in the slot or Dobbs. Dobbs would probably be very good in the slot. Um, I still hope we take a receiver high next year. Dude, if we had a shot at getting like the number one receiver in the draft and you pair him with Watson and Dobbs and Torre going forward,
Mm-hmm.
that'd be a pretty nice future.
Yep.
But yeah, man, Cobb still plays hard. Like I've always liked Randall Cobb. It's just been a matter of like, is he worth the money because he can't stay healthy for a full
Mhm.
season anymore?
Four touchdowns scored in the first quarter, and there's still 3 minutes to go. Eesh. In line for a high scoring game, man.
Yeah, it's actually that is pretty surprising given the sustained running base drives that
Mhm.
Philly has had that we still have this much time left in the first after this many scores.
Nice play by Preston setting that edge. Would seems like a no brainer, but would you put Cobb in the top 10 Packer receivers of all time? Like all time.
Well, I don't know. That's you got to think of like 10 is a lot over the long history of the Packers. Because I mean, you got guys like Don Hudson,
Yeah, Hudson, James Lofton,
often, obviously Devonte Adams, Jordy
Sterling
Nelson,
Sharp,
Sterling
Jordy
Sharp.
Nelson. Would you put him over Greg Jennings?
Um, no, I think Jennings is better than Cobb.
Would you put him over Donald Driver? Probably not.
No, man. Donald Driver's our all-time leading
Yeah,
receiver.
yeah. Uh, um, I mean, he might be there at like 8 or 9 or something like that, but
I mean,
I
that's
mean,
the thing. It's very tough. Like when you're looking at a history as old as
nice
our
tackle. Who was that? Quay. Nice.
um, like you're looking at all those decades of play.
Oh, they showing Savage? What the hell happened to Savage? It didn't even look like he messed up his ankle that bad.
Foot.
Questionable with a foot.
I was trying to listen to the announcer, but I couldn't quite hear him. Some sort of
Third.
But yeah, man, like you look at the history of the Packers, and like obviously Cobb has been super clutch for us. Like he's had some very memorable classic plays. He has never been the number one on the team, not
No.
one. And I kind of think if you go through the entire history of Packers receivers, there's probably 10 number ones that I would take over Cobb.
Would you put him over like Robert Brooks? He was a good receiver. Come
Yeah,
on,
I don't
Preston,
know.
get there. Fuck.
Oh, dude,
First
holy
down. First down.
fuck.
Oh my God. I love scrambling quarterbacks. They're my favorite. I love every single one.
I don't like how softly Rasul Douglas approached that tackle. Like he should have been going in to take Hurts' head off. Instead, he just like wants to gently push him out of bounds.
Where's the spy on Hertz? Do we not have a spy?
I mean, I would be spying. I would have Quay Walker spying him every single play.
I thought that was why we got Quay Walker, was to have him be more of like a spy. Is it because we don't got Campbell? Jalen Hurts has over 100 yards rushing already in the first quarter.
Oh my God. Don't say that.
He has 102 rushing yards in the first quarter.
Are we about to see an all-time record broken? Like it's the all-time record for rushing yards by a quarterback is held against the Packers. It was
Is
Colin
it?
Kaepernick in the playoffs.
Oh my God.
Yep.
It was what, 200?
Is I think 185, something like that. Because I remember reading when Justin Fields earlier this season, he had like 181 and he set the regular season record. And they were saying that Kaepernick had the all time record for that postseason game against us. Hurts could fucking beat that today. Yep. They just.
No, there's something there.
Dude,
Um,
I really, if I were a defensive coordinator, like take the penalties, man. Like the way the rules are set up, a rushing quarterback, like you're defenseless. They'll just butt fuck you. So I would just tell my guys, like, go out there and destroy him. Like, go try to hurt him because it's literally the only way that you'll stop him from abusing us.
Jalen Hurts only has one 100-yard rushing game in his career. It was his rookie year where he ran for 106 yards. He's already like 2 yards shy of that already. So he's going to have his best rushing game of his career against us today.
Well, that's just par for the course for this defense. We give up career games every week.
Yeah, we do.
Against Dallas, CeeDee Lamb had a career receiving game against us.
Justin Jefferson week 1.
Yep. Yeah, we consistently give up career games to people because Joe Barry, he doesn't know how to take the best player away.
Mm-hmm.
He just doesn't. What a bad hire! Like all time, just what a terrible hire. You look at the man's history, And in 2 previous stops as defensive coordinator, he finished like what, 32nd and 30th. And we're like,
Yep.
oh yeah, sign me up. Dude, Matt LaFleur does not like he can't develop relationships around the league. Like you look at guys that he has connections to that he might hire, like he just doesn't know how to like build relationships with people.
Mhm.
He doesn't have many options.
The one thing that does make me feel a little bit better is I did just see a headline that who's the Badgers head coach there that we were
Leonard.
trying to do. Leonard just got his ass handed to him by a backup quarterback, like a not a very good college backup quarterback. I'm not sure which one it was, but I was like, okay, well, that makes me feel a bit better.
Well, so like things are so fucked up with the Packers right now because of Mark Murphy. Oh, cool. We just only QB in the last 30 years to have 100 rushing yards in the first quarter, and we've given that up.
It's only the what? Say that again.
It's the only QB over the course of the last 30 years who has had
Oh,
100
wow.
rushing yards in the first quarter.
Oh, did he just get hurt? Whose mouthpiece went flying?
I don't know. I want to knock someone's teeth out. 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. You know they're going to run it. Touchdown.
Oh my God. I'm probably gonna go for 2 now.
Probably.
We're gonna have to drop like 49 points to win this game. Oh my God, man. Oh, they're going for the extra point.
Extra point. I guess they figure they'll have more opportunities to score if they need the 2-point conversion.
This team just makes me speechless. Did Quay Walker get himself hurt too?
No, I think he just fell down. But yeah, before that touchdown, I was saying because of this fucked up situation that the Packers organization is in, I don't think we're moving on from Matt LaFleur next season.
No, he just signed a contract extension.
Yeah, he just signed an extension.
So did Goot, and so did Russ Ball.
Yeah, and I look at it like, given his historic record of winning before this season, I think Mark Murphy is going to look at it like, listen, this is the wagon that I hitched my horse to, and we're going to give it another go. But I definitely do think we could fire Joe Barry. We certainly should. But I could see there being, after a losing season like this, like someone needs to take the blame. So I could see Mark Murphy forcing a coordinator change. But then what respectable defensive coordinator is going to come take the job knowing like, yeah, I've got maybe a year and then LaFleur is probably getting fired and the entire team blown up from scratch.
Right.
Like we're going to be picking from scraps. Like I don't know, like maybe we can find like an old defensive coordinator who's been out of the league a couple years. Maybe find a Vic Fangio or a Wade Phillips or something who says he'll come do it for a year.
Can you imagine Wade Phillips coming back? Like what he must look like these days with a walker and a cane and
Dude,
Hmm.
I'm not joking though. Like you're gonna have to go with a super young, super unproven coach and just hope that you've rolled the dice right, or you take a geezer and tell him like, yeah, this is like a 1 or 2 year job.
And pitch to Dylan, first down, and about 6 more.
Yeah,
Tough,
it was
hard
a
running.
hard run by Dylan. He fell forward for about 5 yards after he was hit.
Ooh, what are they saying about Gardner Johnson?
Questionable with ribs.
I was gonna say he looks like a broken rib.
Yeah, no, they said he couldn't even stand up straight. So yeah, he probably broke a rib. Uh, we won't be seeing him again this game, which that's good for us, man.
Yep.
Ooh, yes,
Oh,
yes,
nice.
Bobby Tunyon.
You're
All
down,
right,
bud.
Rogers going over the middle for a nice, probably 14-yard chunk play to Bob Tunyon.
I saw Tyler Davis out there again. Man, we love Tyler Davis, man. He gets a lot of snaps for us.
Dude, we desperately need more tight end talent, but like,
Most of the league does, though.
yeah, historically they take so long to develop, and it's so hard to find one in the draft. Like, I don't know that you waste top draft resources on the tight end. Like, it's probably not going to make a difference while Rogers is here.
The last good tight end that we had was Finley, and then his career got cut short. But the last like great tight end that we had, you probably got to go back to the '80s and look at Paul Kaufman. So, yeah,
Yeah, dude, and dude, you look at guys like Kansas City trades away Tyreek Hill, who, by the way, is leading the league in receiving, like on pace for a 2,000-yard season.
Mhm.
Yet Kansas City is still the number one offense in the league. You know why? Travis Kelce, just like, dude is like 33 years old and keeps getting better. Like,
Travis Kelce was the number one option in the offense, not Tyreek.
yep.
So nice play by Dylan. I thought he was going to break that.
Tunyon was holding a nice block out on the edge there. We do this little dump off pass to Dylan. Yeah, Dylan probably should have showed some more. I think if that were Aaron Jones, he probably would have cut it to the outside and used the speed to get going. Still, first down.
Got to put up points, man. We haven't seen a punt in this game yet. Don't want to jinx us. Not well. You won't see a punt now anyway. We're almost in the red zone, but
6-point game. 11 minutes left in the second. Rogers under center. We've been doing Rogers under center quite a bit. I like it.
yeah. Come on,
Oh,
picked. Yep. Great. Good job, Rogers. We're getting close to Rogers' most interceptions in a season. Wow, he didn't even see him. I'll be honest, I really didn't see him until at the last second either, but oh my God.
dude. I mean, that's just you talking about literally the greatest QB of all time when it comes to protecting the football. And this year, he's just throwing interceptions out like he's fucking Jay Cutler. Um, I don't know, regardless of like if Devontae were still on the team or anything like that, with Rodgers playing this way, I don't know that you can be a winning football team.
I think that's number 8 on the year for him now. I think. He hasn't thrown 8 interceptions since 2015. And I think that was when we went 4-12 that year.
We didn't go 4-12. We were never that bad under Rodgers.
What was the year?
2015, we actually made the playoffs. I distinctly remember 2015. It was the year that Jordy Nelson was hurt. So our offense struggled all year. We still managed to make it into the playoffs.
You're right.
And wild card weekend was my birthday, and I had a gathering with some friends. We went and played laser tag, and they were showing the games at this laser tag bar place, and I remember being like very negative and down, like, dude, the Redskins are gonna kill us. Like our offense sucks. And Tim, he's like, no, man, you got to be positive. And Kirk Cousins was on the Redskins back then, and we did win that wild card game. We didn't go anywhere in the playoffs after that, but we that was 2015.
Do you remember back when Favre broke his thumb early in the year? I think it was 2003. And remember how much we fed Amon Green that year and how well it worked? Like, I wish we would do something like that again. Rodgers breaks his thumb. Why would you not just feed Aaron Jones the way that we used to feed Amon Green? He had like, I think it was 1,883 yards he rushed for that year. I think I still remember that number.
That's one of my all-time favorite seasons. I
Yeah.
love watching a dominant running game. And Amon Green, dude, like he was just a hell of a player to watch. Watching him on a screen pass, that's a
Mhm.
legendary Packers play for me.
Thing of beauty. It was I think it was also the year that we introduced the U71 package.
No, I think we did U71. I think that was actually in 2005, which was a 4-12 season. And like we were just looking for shit to talk about, and like U71 was one of the things we could talk about.
Well, it was I think wasn't that the year that we also had
Damn Congato.
yeah, Sam Gatto on like Monday Night Football, and they just kept talking about and he had a good game too, over 100 yards rushing, I think, and they just kept talking about Sam Gatto.
Yeah, I mean that is one interesting thing that I've come across in some fan commentary is that if you look over the Favre and Rodgers eras,
Flag playing that bag I was holding.
in any year that we've had a losing season, we've bounced back pretty well. Like within 2 years, we're in a championship game.
Yeah, let's hope we can do it again.
Well, and that's the thing. I really do think Rodgers comes back next year because I think he's too egotistical to go out on a season like this. I think he's going to blame it on the thumb, and I think he's going to come back next year hoping he's healthy and can go out on a strong note. So, like,
Oh my god.
dude,
Oh
wow,
my
Hurts
god.
destroying us.
Flag again. By the way, that was not holding on the offense on the one before. Hurts is killing us.
Joe Barry doesn't have a plan for him.
Do you know what? Wow, on us too. Roughing personal foul for what?
Yeah, I would love to see that. I didn't see anything that constitutes a personal foul.
They got that on Amos for going low. Jesus Christ.
They just don't let people play football anymore.
Well, this is fucking the NFL. Like you get paid more money in 1 year than people make in an entire lifetime. Just let them play football.
Dude, I don't even think we've called AJ Brown or Devonta Smith's names yet. Like this has been all running game. And
No, I
if I'm
don't even.
Philly, I would keep doing that. I would run every single play until Green Bay proves they can stop it. Because all you have to do is look back to the fucking NFC Championship game 2019 and be like, oh, Jimmy G only had to pass 8 times for them to win. Or even last year in the divisional round, Jimmy G passed what, 13 times or something?
Yeah. Do you know what the game plan consists of? It consists of the Eagles going back and looking at the Packers' performance against other scrambling quarterbacks and be like, oh, let's just do this again.
Yeah, so that 2nd and 8 was a designed run, and Enigbare held the edge well, forcing Jalen Hurts to throw the ball away. But we have a flag. Okay, ineligible man downfield. Green Bay declines it. Gonna put him in a 3rd down.
We have Jonathan Abram inactive for today's game.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I forgot we even signed him. I haven't seen him on the field yet. Which would Savage hurt now? Like we could
Yep.
use it. I don't know.
Gonna have to see. Rudy Ford's gonna be out there playing the whole game.
Well, he was, I think.
Yeah, he was
I think
starting.
Savage was playing slot for us. So
3rd and 8, get there. We did bring a blitz. That's AJ Brown.
fumble,
Good
fumble.
tackle. Nice. Take it back, Quay.
Quay Walker.
Jair, block, Jair. Jair, what the fuck you doing? Put a goddamn shoulder into him and block.
Good
Fuck.
God.
What the fuck,
God,
Jair?
That was the slowest return I've ever seen. I've seen defensive linemen run balls back
What
faster.
the fuck is Jair doing? He's like just pointing. He's like run there, run there. No, motherfucker, block for me.
Dude, I don't know why Quay Walker is running so goddamn slow here. Like, good job picking up this fumble, which is forced by Chris Barnes' tackle. Chris Barnes coming out and making a play. Yeah, Alexander did a shit job
Jair.
of blocking.
Jair, he should have just given the. Jair's probably like, give me the ball, dude. Give me the ball.
Yeah, Walker should have just fucking gone.
He should have just gave the ball to Alexander when he was like right next to him, and Jair could have outran everyone.
Yeah.
God damn.
All right. Well, whatever. We're starting.
We got to score though. Now I don't
We gotta
have
score.
faith that we score a touchdown though. Is my problem. So like he had to get into the end zone, but hopefully he does it here. Come on.
Jones says, "Fuck you, Andrew." Oh, there's a flag though.
Oh, never mind. It's gonna be holding on the offense, and now
All
there
right,
goes our
great
touchdown.
start. Well, yep, holding
Yep.
offense.
Now we won't score a touchdown. 1st and 20, and we won't be able to recover.
They call it on Jenkins.
What the fuck, dude? Oh my god.
Is
This
it just
is-
me, or does it seem like offensive holding is like a disproportionately punitive penalty? Because you can do like illegal contact as a defender, and it's only 5 yards.
That looks like a great block to me.
Yeah, it just looks like Jenkins pancaked the guy. I don't know why that's a penalty. But dude, like a 10-yard penalty, you put yourself in a 1st and 20, that almost always kills a drive. Like offensive holding seems way too harsh to me. It should be a 5-yard penalty. 1st and 17, we're going to empty backfield. Why would you ever run the ball? Oh, cool. We lose about 5 yards.
This is terrible. We're gonna come out of this with a fucking field goal.
So that'll probably get blocked.
Oh, don't even. Yeah, probably.
You fucking kidding me, dude?
2nd and 20.
2nd and 20. Now you're like, you can't run. You should have run on 1st down. God damn it, dude. I fucking hate watching this team this year.
They're not fun to watch. They're just not a fun team to watch this year.
Who got it? Aaron Jones in the
Holy.
middle of the field.
Look.
Very unusual route for this offense.
Why don't we do that more often with Aaron Jones?
Yeah, dude. Aaron
remember-
Jones catches
remember-
a touchdown.
You remember
Saturday.
preseason when Rodgers is like, yeah, I could totally see Jones and Dylan catching like five passes every week. Well, we ran him like a wide receiver out there.
Yeah. Which I've been advocating for all year. I've been saying he should be our slot receiver. He would be the best slot receiver we have. And we just straight up run him on, oh, fucking hell, Crosby.
So,
Point.
okay. So in the first quarter, they missed a kick on that same end zone. So, and I've noticed that on kickoffs, the ball's blown off the tee 2 times. So the wind's playing a big time issue in extra points, especially on that end of the field. So that's something to think about come fourth quarter. If, scores are close and the wind's that bad, you might see us uncharacteristically maybe going for 2. It should be something that's at least factored in.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, seriously, like that's line Aaron Jones up in the slot, and we just ran him on a post route. Touchdown. He was in one-on-one coverage. We've not used him creatively as a receiver all year. Which that's actually part of the reason why I think San Francisco is such a dangerous contender. That mid-season deal they made for Christian McCaffrey, like his second week on the team, they had him rushing for a touchdown, catching a touchdown, and passing a touchdown. Kyle Shanahan knows how to creatively use an offensive playmaker.
Mm-hmm. You know who else is coaching really well this year is was it Mike Dolphins head coach there. Mike
McDaniels.
Mike McDaniel's doing a great job.
Yeah.
And I'll give credit where credit's due. Minnesota's is doing a good job, as well as there's another rookie head coach who's doing a good job this year too. That one's slipping my mind, but McDaniel's is the one that really is jumping out to me.
No, I agree. You mentioned the Vikings, and Mike, yes, Kevin O'Connell is doing much better than I expected for his first season.
Mm-hmm.
But the Vikings, like, they have a talented roster. I don't think it's crazy that they are playing well. You look at Miami, and people were ready to give up on Tua as a quarterback. Like, and I was too. Like, he did not look like a good quarterback. He looked like a bust. McDaniels comes in, and they trade for Tyreek Hill, get some other weapons on the team, and Tua's in the fucking MVP conversation. Like, that's a hell of a coaching job.
Tua leads the league in passer rating right now.
Dude, he's also, like, the knock on him has always been like, oh, he's got a noodle arm. He can't get it downfield. I believe he leads the league in average yards per pass attempt right now at like 9.3 or 9.4. Like, he's pushing the ball deep downfield.
And they're a passing team now. You look at that rushing attack, like they don't really have a rushing attack. So they might have the worst running back core in the league. So
I don't know about that. They've got some pieces. They've got a guy who ran for 226 yards against us in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
Like, literally, they just like, hey, let's take a bunch of 49ers cast-offs and make them our backfield.
Yeah.
All right. 2020 game, halfway through the second. Philly taking over.
Shotgun.
I bet you this is an RPO. How much you want to bet this is an RPO?
Hurts has 122 rushing yards right now. Get there.
Dude, what the fuck is up with the sloppy ass tackling on defense tonight?
We're back to the Mike Patton issues with tackling.
Well, dude, that's the thing. Like, we thought Mike Patton was bad. If you compare his defenses to what Joe Barry's brought us, like, Patton, I would gladly take Mike Patton right now.
Dude, think about the defensive coordinators we've had over the last 20 years. Mike Patton, Dom Capers, Sean Slocum. There's someone else I'm missing there. We've had terrible defensive coordinators.
Special teams, though. Ooh, is this Hollins?
It's Hollins.
All right, dude. Kid's first week on the team, he comes out and gets a sack on Jalen Hurts. Nice.
Yeah. How about that?
this could be a nice little depth piece for us.
Hollins could play that, what's that? Who do we get? Like Whitney Merciless type role for us.
Yeah, that's just he
Fast too.
straight up beats his man, forces Hurts out of the pocket, and then chases him down. That was a great play. All right, that puts him in the 3rd and 8. Big sack.
Hey. I hope we got spy. Hopefully someone's spying on Hurts.
And some pressure.
Get there, throw it away. Good.
All right. Big play.
Needed that. This is the first point of the game, I think.
Philly received at the kickoff, correct?
Yes, we get ball after half. It's big old Jaron Reed in there and putting the pressure on him. All right, no fuck ups. What a punt. Who the hell was that? That's a hell of a punt.
That was a good punt. All right, man. Well, I gotta say, I'm quite surprised that we're in a 2020 game.
The 9-1 Eagles.
I kind of figured, like, I did predict that we would keep it close into the 4th. I did not expect we would do that through scoring. I thought it would be just like we sustain drives and just minimize clock. That has not been the case so far. It's been a blow for blow kind of game.
I mean, going back and looking at games we lost, I mean, some of these teams have emerged to be, they're legitimate playoff contenders now. Like you go back to the London game when we played the Giants when we lost by 5 points. We should have won that one. The Jets kind of had our lunch. I don't know if we were really in that one too much, but we should have beat the Commanders. That was a dumb loss. If we played a better first half, we would have beaten Buffalo. We just played a terrible first half. Should have never lost to the Lions.
Yeah, I mean,
And
honestly, it's pretty wild when you look at our schedule. I believe the only losing teams we have faced are the Lions and Bears.
the
And
Lions
Lions-
just got off a 3-game win streak that started with us.
Are like they took the Bills to the goddamn brink on Thanksgiving. Like, frankly, if they had better clock management, they probably should have won that game. And they're pushing for a wild card spot. Like, you can tell they're hungry. Jamal Williams leading the league in touchdowns right now.
Mhm.
How crazy is that? So yeah, like it's just been a brutally difficult schedule this year.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to put it. Like I don't think I've ever seen a year where this late in the season we've only faced 2 losing teams.
What's even more crazier is we beat the Cowboys, and then the very next week the Cowboys killed the Vikings like 30-3 or something like that. 40-3.
Yeah, and actually, so every team is bound to have a stinker at least once or twice a season. When I look at the NFC, I think the Cowboys are the most well equipped to go to the Super Bowl. They have a Super Bowl winning head coach. They have a quarterback who has proven he can win in shootouts. They have an elite pass rush. They have a defense that can create turnovers. They have a running game they can rely on. Like they have the pieces to make a deep run.
I'm always gonna kind of root for Mike McCarthy a little bit too. So
yeah, I mean the man brought us a Super Bowl.
all right, we got 2nd and 1 here, man, with 5 minutes and 18 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Ball is in the 25.
2nd and 1. Don't outsmart yourselves. Just run it. And that's what they do.
And we pick it up, and we picked up about 5 yards after that. One thing that's really helping us in this game, no negative runs. They've all been positive.
I think we had one -1 run. I remember early on, Jones got met in the backfield because Jenkins just totally fucked up his block. But other than that, you're right. It's been pretty positive. Offensive line making some nice holes.
And this is a really good defensive line of the Eagles. It's probably their heart and soul of their team. It's their definitely their strength. They have some really big players. Rodgers, get the ball out of there. All right, 2nd and 14, probably.
Yeah, so I mean, we were looking for a deep shot on that play.
I don't agree with the deep shot though. I kind of want to dink and dunk my way down the field on this. And was that Sue? Yeah. Ndamukong
Yeah.
Sue makes this play.
So I feel like I don't think the pass blocking was terrible. I feel like Rogers was taking a long time hoping for that deep shot, and we should have had a shorter outlet available. God damn, dude. Who was that?
There's Slay.
Darius Slay just stopped Cobb in his tracks.
Darius Slay's he's a good player, man.
Dude, that was like
By the way, look at this block on that we don't do on Sue, by the way. Just kills Josh, or it looks like almost like a screenplay, actually.
offensive line has taken a massive step back this year.
That's
But
why
we're in third and
that's why it was
five.
one of the keys. Gotta pick
Rodgers-
this up. Don't give this ball back to Philly. Don't give this ball back to Philly. Take time out. Take time out. Take.
Fuck me.
Yes. Why the fuck didn't I said take a timeout?
Rodgers takes a sack. Offensive line just kind of collapses here. Looks like they're running a stunt with Fletcher Cox. And
This is the right side of the line's getting killed. Runyon and Myers are having a hard time. They just gave up 2 plays to Sue, and then they just gave up play to Cox. They had 3 straight plays on that series that was just disastrous.
dude, I hate on special teams plays.
Not the best
when-
punt either.
Yeah, I hate that they decide like, oh, we're gonna go with an alternative camera angle on the special teams play. Like, no, dude, I want to cleanly see the play because that was almost blocked. Now I wanted to get a good look at it, not see your fucking shifty nifty 24-degree camera angle.
I do not agree with the camera work that the NFL does these days. I hate it. I don't like that they show the sideline view, like when there's like 6 seconds left on the play clock and they like focus on the huddle and stuff. No, I want to like see what formation they're in. I want to see who's out there on the field. I want like the coach's view at all times when I'm watching the game. I don't care about zooming in on the huddle or like looking at the sideline. Like, don't show me the sidelines when they're pre-snap. I wish almost they would like doing like for NBA games, they do like different camera. Like you can watch a whole different feed and you can just see like just the sideline view without commentary. I wish the NFL would do something like that.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, actually. All right, so
Preston, get there, Preston. Good. It's a linebacker on Quez
yeah,
Watkins
I think that was Chris Barnes and coverage on Quez Watkins. That's just a bad scheme. You're asking your inside linebacker who's
to cover Quez Watkins, who runs 21 miles per hour. So
I mean, thankfully that play could have been a lot worse. It's probably like a 4-yard gain.
mhm.
Philly hits the 2-minute warning. They've got 2 timeouts left. They've got all the time in the world. If they want to run down the field, they can. I fully expect some Jalen Hurts runs on this drive.
Yeah, he's gonna end with about 200 yards rushing in this game. How many does he got right now? 9 carries for 122 yards. Oof. Boy, that turnover we had was big.
Yes, it was. It was Chris Barnes was making the tackle on that, and Rudy Ford came and punched the ball out. This guy comes in as a backup for us, and he's been making big game changing plays nearly every week. Like, how do
Mhm.
the coaches not recognize that he should have been out there as a starter? It's a hell of a lot better than Darnell Savage.
So time of possession's pretty even. We got 13 minutes. They got 14 minutes. AJ Dillon's our leading rusher, actually.
Really?
Yeah. 5 carries for 51 yards. He's averaging over 10 yards per carry. Not
What was
bad.
his long? Does it say?
I could find it if I went into it, but I can't. What I'm looking at right now, I don't see it. Aaron Jones is our leading receiver. 3 receptions for 56 yards. And Philly's leading receiver is Devonta Smith with 2 receptions for 23 yards. So, but Jalen Hurts only has 59 yards passing in the first half.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. They haven't even really tested us deep.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't had to.
Yeah. And it almost feels like we're playing that shell 2 with the deep safeties so we don't give up the big play. And as a result of that, because we don't have the safeties up in the box, that also is, allowing Hurts to just kind of run free. So I think that's what they're trying to do. Philly's trying to get one of our safeties to come up, play in the box like Amos, and then they'll start taking deep shots.
Yeah, I mean with their receiving core that they have,
Mm-hmm.
there's no doubt that they will take a deep shot sooner or later. Um, Even if it's just throwing up a 50-50 ball to AJ Brown, like with a player of that caliber, you just take the shot to take the shot.
Oh shit, that was quick. Oh, dropped it. See, again, this is the NFL doing dumb crap again. Like, get back to the action at a reasonable time. Like, spent so much time on the commercial that all of a sudden you get 2 seconds to realize that you're actually back and you're like 3 seconds away from a delay game call. So we're looking at 3rd and 6.
Dude, I'm looking for Jalen Hurts run here.
I'm trying to do you blitz here? It's empty backfield. I don't know how to defend this.
Oh, come on, dude. That was just he found the perfect spot in the zone. 3 Packers around AJ Brown, but
Did you see Alexander on that play, by the way?
no.
He's playing soft this year, man.
It's hard to tell if that's the defensive coordinator calling it or if that's
I think it's a
Alexander.
mentality thing. Like he used to be scrappy, getting in there trying to pull the ball out and stuff. He just watched them on that play.
Well, I also think that Alexander has been one of the most visibly frustrated players with Joe Barry. It's entirely possible he's checked out and said, "I'm not going to put my body on the line."
He's the highest paid corner in the NFL. His expectations, whether defensive coordinator, whether he's happy with him or not, if you're the highest paid defensive or corner out there, you better be playing hard no matter what.
Man, I think that is one weak spot of Jair's game is that he nice.
Oh yeah, nice, Jaron
Jaron
Reed.
Jaron Reed pushing the interior pocket back. Preston Smith coming in to clean up. That was a huge 2nd down sack. Probably a loss of 8-9 yards. Big sack.
Did you just? I just realized we have all of our timeouts.
Yeah.
Did we just take a timeout, by the way? It
I-
said Philly. It said Philly, but then it looked like the graphics showed that they took it away from us.
I'm not sure. But yeah, one of the weak spots of Jair's game is that he does kind of let emotion rule him. I specifically
We
recall
did take a timeout.
last week against the Titans, when the game was kind of out of reach and you just assumed that they would be running the clock out, they actually took a deep shot to Traylon Burks, kind of as a dagger, and Alexander was in one-on-one coverage, and he clearly was never expecting that deep shot. He just kind of fell
Mhm.
asleep on the play. I think Alexander, like he's not necessarily a steady guy. He
Drop a linebacker back. Thank you.
rule him.
Don't let him get there.
I think this is
I-
short. but I
It
think-
is short, but it's close. This is gonna be like 4th and 1, and I could see them going for this. They probably will go for this actually.
Who's done? Is that
McDuffie. It's
McDuffie?
McDuffie.
He could.
Man,
He could
I-
just be faking this to buy us some time. You got your cornerbacks playing so fucking far off the ball. Like Alexander is still 5 yards away when
It's amazing because we have a corner with the ability to like be on an island, but teams aren't like afraid to throw at Alexander anymore. Like they'll throw at him. Hurts is throwing at him right now.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait until we get a new defensive coordinator. Like, I really don't think it could get much worse than Joe Barry.
We're probably gonna keep him, knowing us.
I sure as hell hope not.
How many years were we calling for Dom Capers to be fired till he finally was? Like,
See, the thing about Dom Capers is like, yes, he definitely underperformed over the years, but it seemed like in the playoffs, he always came up with like a good plan. Like the 2014 Seattle game, we picked Russell Wilson off like 5 times or something.
well,
The
he did
offense was
he
awful.
did good until he came up against a running quarterback. Oh my God, 4th and 1.
We're going for it.
This could be this could be a pass though. I could see a deep.
They got it.
Oh yeah, easily. Wow, it wouldn't surprise me if they just blow the fucking whistle, refs.
that-
Jesus.
That's ridiculous. You care about player safety, and you're letting Jalen Hurts try to drag dudes 5 yards after the tackle. Oh goddamn! Flag in the secondary. Awesome.
Oof.
They call Russell Douglas. Yep.
Yeah.
That's you can't hold on to a dude's jersey. It's an easy call.
Well, I mean, he clearly had him beat, and that was going to be a touchdown if he saw it. So, I guess in that situation, that was the right move.
Well, Philly's got 24 seconds, 2 timeouts.
Just got home to a field goal now. Or okay. Wow, he is not afraid to throw at Jair.
I would like to see a replay of this because it kind
It
of
looked
in a
uncatchable.
good position. It seemed like he should have been able to pick this.
I thought it was just too high.
Yeah, I mean, Jair's got very nice couple. Yeah, it's just the pass is. It's actually kind of behind. 2nd and 10. How about a pick 6 here? Come on.
Where is okay? Jair's down low on AJ Brown. They're going to Douglas. Touchdown.
Love that. Love that. Awesome. Just giving up touchdowns at the end of the half.
Douglas didn't even get his head turned around.
Douglas not having a good game. I mean, I like Douglas as a player, but he's not good enough to go up against number ones. And
Douglas is,
Philly has. They have 2 number ones on their team.
I like Douglas. I do like Douglas. I don't think I like him as much as a lot of other people have liked him. When you think about it, this guy he was bounced around from team to team. He was on the Cardinals practice squad, and we picked him up, and he fit into our scheme really well, and he was opportunistic, and he turned it into a nice payday for him. But I think this year you're starting to see just the type of player he kind of really is. Like, he's not an elite player.
Dude, I don't know, man. Watching that replay, I don't know how much he could have done. That's just like a back shoulder thing where the receiver makes a last second adjustment. I like watching it step for step.
I think once you start to realize you're getting close to that end zone, though, like, you should be aware that like something's potentially happening there.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was interested and curious, so I looked it up. Over the last like X number of years, these are our defense coordinators: Joe Barry, Mike Pettin, Dom Capers, Bob Sanders, Jim Bates, Bob Slowick, Ed Donatel.
Isn't Ed Donatel the D coordinator for the Vikings right now?
Yes, he is.
Vikings love X Packers. Can't get enough.
They do. And before that, he was the defense coordinator for the Denver Broncos for the last 3 years. And before that, he was the defensive backs coach for the Chicago Bears. And during San Francisco's Jim Harbaugh years, he was the secondary coach.
Oh wow. I mean, he's been around some quality defenses then.
Yeah. He actually did well for us as a defense coordinator. He was our defensive coordinator for 4 years, and in those 4 years we went 9-7, 12-4, 12-4, and 10-6.
Oh yeah, didn't he get fired for 4th and 26?
2003, was that 2003? Yeah, he was also probably fired. Yeah, Falcons. Yeah. Or Eagles. No, the fourth one was Eagles. But he was also around when Mike Vick sent us home packing when he was with the Falcons. Which is ironic because then he went on to become the Atlanta Falcons defensive coordinator for 3 years. Okay, so at the moment we're down by 7.
Honestly, that touchdown at the end of the half, that was pretty big. If we could have held them to a field goal, I think it's a totally different mentality. Giving up a touchdown right at the end of the half, I could see that being like the levee breaks kind of thing.
Yeah. According to analytics, Philly's got a 80% win probability right now. Nope, 72% win probability right now. Jalen Hurts is having himself quite a little game right now. 10 carries, 126 yards, and 128 passing yards with a touchdown. He's got almost 300 yards of offense in the first half. Not bad. Rodgers has 118, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
I mean, I think this is without a doubt Rodgers' worst year of his career. When you consider
What's funny is he actually like leads the NFC. I think at the moment now he probably leads the NFC in passing touchdowns. I'm dead serious.
I think that just says more about the NFC. Which, like, actually, when you look around the NFC and you try to find like promising young quarterbacks, it's a pretty bleak picture.
You know what I think that says is how much the league has changed because Jalen Hurts and the Eagles are 9-1. And Hurts is scoring plenty of touchdowns, but he's getting them rushing and throwing. So, I mean, if you're looking at total touchdowns, it's a different story. But passing touchdowns, he leads. Yeah. What do you do in the second half here?
Like his first year as a starter wasn't great, but you give the guy a little leeway because it's his first year as a starter. You throw that out, I think this is hands down the worst season he's ever played.
Yeah, there was the one year where he really struggled
It was the year
after that Denver year. You know, that Monday Night Football game against Denver where they had his number, and then like it seemed like for the next year he just struggled. But I think that was more on the receivers not being able to get separation. Remember, there was like a whole year where like receivers couldn't get separation for him, and
Yeah,
it was
the end of the McCarthy era.
yeah, that was a really troublesome year. But yeah, this is right up there with it though.
I mean, I think what sets this year apart is even when Rodgers struggled in the past, he still always protected the football. This year, he's throwing interceptions and fumbling like just, like an average QB in the league.
I like how you are just the most comfortable person in the world sitting there watching this game. Just sitting on the side of your couch. Your back's not even up against the actual like back of the couch. You're like, we're just gonna lean up against the armrest, help myself some dinner, watch the game from an angle.
Yeah,
Is that chicken
exactly.
pot pie?
Yeah, it's delicious.
At least the Jets beat the Bears. Justin Fields did not play today, by the
Yeah,
way.
who did they start?
I'm not sure who their backup was, but the Jets didn't start their starter either, though. Zach Wilson didn't start either.
Yeah, the Bears are interesting because like Justin Fields is literally like the only piece they have.
Well, it's we better get this figured out quick because the Bears' success has come from Justin Fields rushing. He's been averaging like almost 100 yards rushing the last like 4 weeks. So
Yep.
they're going to do a lot of design runs with Fields. This is another snapshot of what we're going to see next week again. So
Yeah, I mean, definitely looking at how you build the team for the future, it's a pretty safe bet that Justin Fields is going to be around for the next several years. So you're going to have to be able to defend an elite rushing QB. The Lions, they look like they're really building something, and their success is primarily from tough offensive and defensive lines. So that means we need to have those in kind. And then the Vikings, their success over the next decade is going to primarily run through Justin Jefferson. So you need to be able to lock down a number one receiver. So, you're looking at how you need to build this team going forward. We need an elite offensive and defensive line. We need a linebacker who can spy Justin Fields, which we might have in Quay Walker. Maybe he needs to develop more. And we need someone who can lock down Justin Jefferson. Maybe we have that in Jair Alexander. I don't know. It would certainly help if we got another elite corner.
we're certainly paying him like he's capable of doing it. Do you think Eric Stokes is the answer? Because he had a promising first year, and the second year he was disastrous. He was terrible this year. And then he got hurt. Man,
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. He had a really good rookie season. Like he was locking guys down. He didn't have a lot of interceptions really. I think he only had one. But in terms of preventing passes, he was very good. So sometimes guys have a sophomore slump. I expect he'll probably bounce back, but I don't know. I don't know that he's gonna bounce back and be like, like Jair's 1A, Stokes is 1B. Stokes might only ever be a number 2
Mhm.
corner.
Well, I mean, that would kind of suck because we spent a first round pick on him. You don't ever want him to pan out like that because it seems like Kevin King 2.0 kind of.
Well, and
Which would suck.
especially you look at Stokes's college teammate, Tyson Campbell, taken like 4 or 5 picks later by Jacksonville. He's having a very good sophomore season.
That was the player I targeted in our mock draft that we did that
Yeah.
year.
Yep.
That was the player I wanted. I thought he looked way better than Eric Stokes.
Well, yeah, and that was the thing. You watch the tape, and Campbell was the more natural football player. Stokes had the better athletic scores, and it's like sometimes Gutekunst just I think he places a little too much value on the RAS score.
He did the same thing again with Quay Walker when the Kobe Dean was the better football player. Now, I mean,
Well,
Quay
dude,
Walker's had a promising rookie year, but
you can
Like-
look to Jacksonville again because almost everyone rated the top linebacker in the nation as Devin Lloyd from Utah. And we passed on him for Quay Walker. Jacksonville takes Devin Lloyd, and he's been having a great rookie year, like multiple interceptions, been great in the pass game, good pass rush juice. Quay Walker's looked promising, but he hasn't had that kind of impact.
Mhm.
So I
I
don't know.
think
got
I
more
just
of a
want good football players. Not like we don't need to have just I don't know. There's something to be said because you look around at like the Cooper Cups of the world. Cooper Cup didn't light anyone on fire with his RAS score or anything like that, but he's an elite football player. Same
Yeah.
thing with like Amon Ra St. Brown. His RAS score wasn't that great, but we take Amari Rogers and then 20 picks later, there goes Amon Ra.
Well, I will say, Amari Rogers, he might be one example of why you should pay attention to RAS score because he had a very poor one. He was in like 5.5 or something. He was an outlier for Gutekunst, and he really turned out to be a massive bust. God, dude, if we actually had like half of our third round picks hit in the last half decade, teams' fortunes could be completely different. Like our lack of success in the third round has been detrimental to team success.
I'm trying to see if I can find Amon Ra's right now. Okay,
Yeah,
so
He's a fucking baller.
Amon Ra scored a 7.1, which is just okay. It was in the yellow. So, but 9.3. Nope, 9 point.
Dude, Detroit, when you look at the way they're building that roster, they're going to be a scary team for a while because they've already built up one of the best offensive lines in the league. Then they've got Amon-Ra St. Brown, bona fide number 1 receiver. They have Jameson Williams, who was the most elite looking receiver in this draft. He's finally going to be stepping on the field in the next week or two. And then they got guys like Jamal Williams and DeAndre Swift. Like they've got a ton of offensive pieces where if they just get the QB, like Jared Goff, whatever, he's a game manager. Imagine them with Jalen Hurts or Justin Fields, like that kind of dual threat quarterback, because that's what they'll be aiming for in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be a very tough out going forward.
So Devin Lloyd and Quay Walker had almost identical RAS scores. One was like Devin Lloyd had one that was 9-3, and then there was another one that was like 9-6, and Quay Walker was a 9-6, pretty much across the board. So pretty similar, but yeah, Devin Lloyd does not have any sacks on the year. I was looking at it right now. He does have 2 interceptions, but no sacks. He also has 74 tackles. I'm seeing, and Quay Walker has 82, half a sack, no interceptions. But did have a nice fumble recovery
This
today.
is true. He should have ran faster though. Might have had a touchdown.
Shoulda. Ah, we do get the ball for, yes, we do get the ball first.
I just hate that we
First
gave it.
player in NFL history with 125 passing and 125 rushing yards in a half. We just, when you look through the record books of like individual game records, like they all come against the fucking Packers.
Yep.
Players just lick their chops sometimes when they see us on the schedule. We're like, I'm gonna have the best game. They look at Green Bay and they're like, I'm gonna have the best game of my career tonight against that team. Stay in the end zone. Oh my God, these sides come out. Holy shit. It worked. Oh, fuck! Up to the 50.
Wait, I'm holding on. Any flags? Any flags? Late flag coming in.
That's the best return I've seen in the last 10 years. Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean certainly in the LaFleur era. All right, so Rogers under center, 1st and 10, starting at the 46. Outside toss to Jones.
Not
2,
much.
3 yards. I'll take it. You need to stay committed.
Well, it's okay. It's a cool little stat found. All right. The Packers' last kick return touchdown was in 2011. Came against the Saints. The Packers only have 1 kick return touchdown since 2000. It's that one. 1. We have 1 kick return touchdown in the last 22 years.
Oh, come on.
For reference, by the way, when we became football fans in the 90s of the Packers had 8 kick return touchdowns in the 1990s. That was almost 1 a year.
Yeah, but also they've made rule changes to make it much harder, which sucks because I thought kick and punt returns were some of the most exciting plays in the game when we were growing up.
All right, 3rd and 7. We are 0 for 3 on 3rd downs. We're in the shotgun. We move AJ Dillon and motion, or not AJ Dillon, Aaron Jones,
Cool,
and
sack,
Rodgers takes a
walk
sack.
on.
And a nice quick 3 and out by the offense.
Dude, you get a huge special teams play like that and do nothing with it. Myers,
Man,
dude, I mean, when we look at the offensive line, and I kind of feel like a lot of people give Josh Myers a pass because he's a 2nd-round pick. I don't know that he is actually the future at center. He hasn't looked. He's looked adequate at best to me. He hasn't looked like a difference maker.
Let's see here. Creed Humphrey has not allowed a sack this year.
Awesome.
Creed Humphrey has only allowed one sack in his career. Huh. Josh Myers missed a lot of last year though, didn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah. Last year, Josh Myers didn't commit any penalties, but he also didn't allow any sacks, but he only played 293 snaps, which was 39 in the league. This year, he's only allowed 2 sacks. He only has 2 penalties on him. I mean, not terrible, but I mean, kind of nitpicking here and there a little bit, but yeah, Creed Humphrey only has 1 in his career.
Dude, I mean, I definitely just eyeballing the offensive line play this year. I think Myers has been one of the problems. I think there have been a number of times where I've watched him just totally whiff on blocks, and like, yeah, maybe it doesn't result in a sack, but it results in a pressure or a tackle for a loss on the running back. I'm really hoping that Myers can step up his play next year. Yeah.
Get this. Corey Linsley has not allowed a single sack since he became a Charger.
Dude, I mean that was another signing where I was kind of on board with letting him go. He had a back injury, he was getting older. And I'm like, you don't want to pay a guy like that big money. But that's worked out for the Chargers just in the same way that Zadarius Smith has worked out for the Vikings. I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
Zadarius Smith has like 10 sacks on the year already, and they're still, we're 2/3 of the way through the year.
We've really had very bad injury luck in the past 5 years in terms of like
Nice.
injuries to our stars and then like evaluating future effects of injuries.
Mm-hmm. Man, that's a big pot pie. You've been eating that for like 20 minutes.
Oh, this is serving number 2.
Oh. You're a grown boy. You're gonna beat Creed Humphrey by the time you're done eating.
Maybe
All
I
right,
can-
2nd and 10. Hurts out of the shotgun. Hands off to Miles Sanders. Yeah, nice. Awesome. Enagbare had a chance to get him behind the line of scrimmage. Failed to do so. I would like to see a replay on that, see if he was potentially held or if he just sucks. All right, so 60. No, he wasn't held. Amos, come on.
Amos really
What's
overran it.
do gashing us now. Amos is another one. What do you do with Amos next year? We keeping him? Cutting him? I mean, you can't cut everyone.
So the thing is, regardless of whether or not he plays for us, we still owe him $7.5 million in dead money because we restructured him.
Do you know that we're paying Zadarius like $13 million to play against us right now?
Yep.
We're paying him more than the Vikings are paying him. Oh my God. Holy shit.
Yeah. Game is third quarters have not treated the Packers well in the LaFleur era.
Who do we have out there? Is that Dean Lowry in there with Reed? Why is Dean Lowry playing inside right now? Dean Lowry's getting fucking killed out there. I just watched him on that play. He got fucking, I know he was kind of double teamed, but holy shit, did he get pushed back?
Dude, if I'm Philly, there's no reason to pass the ball.
Where the fuck is Kenny
Rush
Clark?
one game.
Get Kenny back out there.
Yeah, I like Kenny Clark, but like when you look at what we paid him, he's no Chris Jones or Aaron Donald. Like he needs someone else next to him. He's not good enough on his own.
I don't see Kenny. Okay, there he is. I was like, I don't see Kenny Clark at all out there. Get there. Oh my God. Of course he finds someone.
That was a nice open field tackle by Nixon.
I'll be honest. Our castaway signings have been playing with the most heart and fundamentally sound football, like Rudy Ford and Keyshawn Nixon. Two guys who I was just like, whatever. Like special teamers. They play better than Savage has.
Yeah.
Oh, is that picked? Oh my God. Come on, Alexander.
Not picked, but
I thought so. It got batted. It got batted at the line, and I thought Alexander got up and he had a chance to pick this off.
I mean, I like
Maybe
They-
not.
for
Maybe not
once
as much
you
as I thought.
actually play Alexander close on his man, and he's right there in sticky coverage and gets his hands in to prevent the pass.
It's 3rd and 12. Play him up again. It's 3rd and 12. I know you don't want to give up a deep play, but Jair Alexander is the highest paid corner. He should be able to keep up with his man in press coverage. We play off, and we throw his way, and we give up a first down. Do you think you could do a better job as a defensive coordinator?
Yeah, I do. Should I write a letter to Mark Murphy?
Apply.
Send
Just-
my resume?
They're gonna score a touchdown. Nice play by Clay. Impressive that he was able to get to the end and make that tackle.
Yeah, Quay definitely he flashes some elite speed. He's still. I don't know. I hope that the longer he plays, he starts being more instinctive. I haven't always seen the best instincts.
Did we just take a timeout? Did we just take a timeout? Oh, injury. Who's hurt? Chris Barnes.
Which McDuffie already got hurt this game. So if Barnes goes out, I don't know who the fuck's gonna line up next to Quay.
I did know that answer. There is a 4th inside linebacker that we have.
Well, in training camp it was Ray Wilborn, right? But
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
think he's active.
Eric Wilson.
I don't even know who the fuck that is. I don't think he was on the team in training camp.
Boy, it sure would be nice to get an end zone interception, but I bet they don't even throw it. I bet they just do some RPO that's either a handoff to Sanders or a run-in by Hurts, or they do an RPO that ends up in a really quick pass to a tight end or something. Those RPOs, it's these are basically like gimmies against our defense. That's a flag on us.
False start.
Hmm.
Yeah, the RPO is tough because like the entire design of it is predicated on it reacts to what the defense is doing. So like regardless of what you do, the QB gets to read it and decide the best, whether he wants to keep the ball or hand it off. So like no matter what, you have that split second of the offense gets to react to what you're doing, and then you have to react to that reaction.
Second goal, RPO, touchdown. AJ Brown.
Was that against Rasul? Yeah.
Yep. Tough day at the office for Rasul. 11 plays, 86 yards, 5.5 minutes. Well, we were down by 2 touchdowns early in the game. Now we gotta do it again.
Yeah, I mean that's tough. They're asking Rasul to cover AJ Brown 1-on-1, and they didn't even give him a chance to jam him at the line.
Again, why don't you got the highest paid corner? Just have him fucking shadow him.
Yeah, I mean AJ Brown is Devonta Smith is good, but AJ Brown is their number one. Like he is an elite receiver in this league. I'm still pissed we didn't trade for him.
You know, you wouldn't even have to cover him if you just trade for him. It only took a first round pick for him.
A first and a fourth, but like who cares? First and a fourth, we spent that on Jordan Love to sit on the bench, which I'm not one of these guys saying, oh, we shouldn't have drafted Jordan Love. I think that could still work out, hopefully. But
So picture this. Imagine trading a first and a fourth in that draft for AJ Brown. You still would have had another first round pick anyway to do, I don't know, with whatever you want
Quay Walker.
with it. Yeah. And then you already got AJ Brown on the team. You still pick up like Christian Watson there in the second round. And then at the trade deadline, you're the NFC North team that trades what, 2/4 or 2/3 for TJ Hawkinson. All of a sudden it looks like a pretty good offense to me.
I don't know why the Lions did that. That really seems like they didn't get enough.
They got 2/3 for him, but they also traded away a 4th and a 5th rounder, I think. So again, if that's me, if I'm Goot and I look at my track history of 3rd round picks, I'm like, sure, I'm fine with that. Just give me some 4th and 5th rounders back. Yeah, I'll do that all day. He gave up 2/3 but he got back. So he dropped back a total of 3 rounds to get a player, and they're not even like 1st and 2nd round picks anyway. So yeah, that's a great trade. And TJ Hawkinson was the top 10 pick. So
yeah, dude, and he came in like right away with Minnesota, started playing well.
And he's what? It's his 4th year in the league, and that's kind of usually when tight ends start to figure it out.
Yeah, no,
So
it really didn't make sense to me. The Lions traded him away. My only thought is that they want the free agency dollars to spend big on other positions.
I guess. Come on, Nina, big return.
I hate how disrespectful it is when other teams in the league, like their special teams units, know that they can attack our special teams, so they purposely kick short, like forcing us to take it out and maybe make a mistake. No other teams in the league run into that.
Rodgers been what, sacked 4 times, 3 times in this game? No, 1 sack on Hurts. Watson's been quiet in this game. Lazard doesn't have a catch. I would still keep running the ball though. That's been working. Okay, there's Watson.
Yeah, Watson with a nice little slant for a first down.
Took a big hit. It's probably a concussion. Oh, flag. Probably holding on the offense.
I
Oh,
think
it's someone.
there's a hit to the head maybe on Watson.
Yep.
That's kind of ticky tacky.
Hey, that would have been Watson's 3rd concussion in the last like 5 weeks.
Yeah, no, dude, I was really surprised we didn't IR him. He had 2
That's-
weeks in a row with concussions.
If he gets another concussion, we might end up shutting him down for the year.
God damn, dude.
Wow, who the hell was that?
Oh, I want to see who blows their block. I think it's Myers on the pole.
Rodgers got hurt ribs now.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Doesn't fucking matter. He's always crying about something. Favre never cried about his injuries. He was begging to get back on the field.
Rodgers does play through him though. I'll give him that.
Yeah, I mean he shows some toughness, but he
Good
also
run. Fuck
he-
yeah.
he milks them. Like every time he has a bad pass, he starts like, "Oh, I'm gonna like pat my thumb." But whenever he like has a good touchdown pass, you never see him paying attention to his thumb then.
Well, he knows the cameras are always on him.
All right, Rodgers under center and a power eye.
With Degora, your time to shine, buddy.
All right, well, he picked up about 4 yards as a flag though. Probably a hold. Holding on the defense.
Must be the NFL sent a memo to the refs this week saying like Green Bay really needs some help. Please help them out. That is former Minnesota Viking Linval Joseph.
I didn't see any penalty there. First and 10. 5 minutes left in the third. We're down 2 touchdowns. Rodgers in the shotgun. Hand off to Jones.
Nice run, nice run.
Yeah, that was 6-7 yards.
The running game's working. If only we stay committed to the game, running game like this in the first half of the year. It's wild how this guy can just come in the middle of the year, cherry pick his team, and then still get the spotlight on him in prime time. Good play by Dylan.
That was a very nice designed swing pass to Dylan. Rodgers hit him in stride. You don't always see that with the little swing passes. Rodgers not always the most accurate on the short ones, but that was nice. Dylan catches it, keeps running, first down. Degora out there with the lead block. We're in the red zone now, I think. Same.
Oh, come on.
Same exact play, opposite side, but Dylan drops the ball this time. And he had room to go.
DeGora is the grittiest player on our football team. If we had a whole team full of like the toughness and like mentality of Joseph DeGora, we'd be a Super Bowl team.
Dude, I mean, I probably would have said that about Alan Lazard in the past, but this year he has just not been the same player.
Get DeGora out there on the block again.
Oh man, Aaron Jones. That looked like it should have been a 3-yard loss, and he just finds the smallest crease, gets small and shoots through for 6 yards. That was a great run by Aaron Jones.
Christian Watson blocks about as well as Devontae Adams does.
Dude, it's sad for as big as he is. He should be a much stronger blocker. He's gonna have to work on that. 3rd and 4, and
I'm surprised we ran that.
I'm surprised Philly had the run defended as well as they did, but this is 4-down territory. We're gonna go for it.
This is big. We don't get this. We're oof. If we don't get this and they march down and get any points, and kiss this one goodbye. Kiss the season goodbye.
Well, I see Cobb's on the field right now. It wouldn't surprise me if we go to him.
Fuck.
He's in the slot.
4th and 3, shotgun.
I think we got them to jump.
Fletcher Koch is real mad about something. Makes me feel like it's on them. Wow, on us. And the field goal unit comes on the field.
No. Field goal? That's
Still,
horrible.
it's still a 2-score game, even if we make this.
Yeah, I don't like this call. Fucking false start. Oh my god, this team is hot trash. They're probably gonna miss the fucking field goal.
Rodgers is going to the locker room.
Well,
Join Love potentially.
I was going to make my boldest prediction that this is the last game we see Aaron Rodgers for the rest of the season. But I thought, like, no, they'll let him play against the Bears next week, and then we have the bye, and it makes sense to transition to Love at the bye. But I don't know, man. If Rodgers can't finish this game, you kind of may as well just make the move to Love at that point. And some people think that if you make the move to Love, Rodgers will never step back in as a starter. I don't think that's true. I think you can take a month to see what you have in Love and then say, all right, we're going to give Aaron one more season next year. We've seen enough now to pick up the 5th-year option on Love, and then we're going to let Love start in year 5, and we'll eat the cap hit on Rodgers in year 5, which is way more reasonable than like next year. If we tried to cut Rodgers, it's something like $100 million in dead money. It's impossible, pretty much. But the year after that, I think it might be 20 mil. It's doable.
Yeah, 20 mil is probably doable.
That's interesting, man. Are we about to see Jordan Love in an audition to see if he can make a 4th-quarter comeback against the best team in the league? Who do you got there? Is that Lambo or Tundra?
That one's Tundra that just walked by.
She's been hiding most of the day. Come here, sweet girl. Come on, stop playing games. Get over here.
Nothing like cat butthole on the camera.
Yeah, yeah. Did the camera pick that up?
Yeah, nice long extended shot. That's just a
Uh,
visual metaphor for the season. Oh, Jesus Christ. That is Detroit is ahead of us in the playoff standings right now.
Yeah.
How bad is that?
I saw that earlier and I just kept thinking about how much different it would look if we beat Washington and beat Detroit. Just those two games alone, we'd be 6-5,
Yeah, that'd be
6-5. Yeah.
completely different.
We'd probably be in the playoffs. We would be in the playoff hunt, or we would be probably like the 7th seed or something like that.
I just hate that like the NFC is so mediocre this year with so many teams hovering around 500 or like within a game of 500 that we have a terrible record right now. Our pick isn't even in the top 10.
It's oblique.
Dude, I just hope if we have a bad year, we at least get a good goddamn draft pick out of it.
Are you
Isaiah
serious right now?
McDuffie is back on the field. Second and 4. Hurts in the shotgun. Drops back, looking for a pass. He breaks
Oh,
contact.
yeah, he's running. He's running.
Gonna run. All right. That's
Holy
12.
cow, Isaiah McDuffie made the best tackle of all of our starters on Jalen Hurts.
I'm surprised Hurts didn't slide though. Dude, I hate seeing these running quarterbacks.
That don't
Like,
slide.
they seriously, man, they need to get lit up. I want to see a quarterback just knocked unconscious. Like you go out there and act like you're a running back, you deserve to be treated like a
Come on.
running back. Dude. We're playing Rasul Douglas 9 yards off the ball. Hurts looks the other way to Miles Sanders. Amos was in coverage. It's probably a 6-yard completion.
Oh, if they score here, if they score a touchdown here, holy shit, is it probably just about going to be over. You're asking for 21 points in less than 15 minutes. It's going to be tough to do. Get
Oh,
there.
come
Oh
on.
my God. Get there. Oh my God. I hate that. Now it's going to be a 3rd and 4, and that's still super manageable to convert. How you feeling about the 4th quarter going into it now?
I think it was a major mistake to kick a field goal there. I think you had to take your shot at a touchdown. Because the best, like, the way Philly's been moving the ball, I expect them to score again. And maybe we can hold them to a field goal, but that still makes it a 2-score game.
Mhm.
If they score a touchdown, you can't expect Jordan Love to come in and have a 3-score comeback in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're putting them in a real bad situation. The Eagles run their offense like it's 7-on-7 football. more or less.
Yeah, I mean, the way their offensive line has been blowing our defensive line off the line of scrimmage, may as well be 7-on-7 out there. Hurts just takes off running, and it's not like he even has to contend with the defensive line. I just hope that Rashawn Gary comes back healthy, man.
Yeah, I hope he does. Torn ACL. He's probably gonna start the year off on the PUP.
Probably. But dude, I mean, if he were to lose explosiveness and like essentially he was looking like the best player on our defense for this season and the end of last season. And if he lost anything, like that's just a building block out the window.
Mm-hmm. Well, when he does come back next year, I'm gonna take everything he does with a grain of salt a little bit, because it'd probably be unfair to assume he's just gonna come right back in day one and start dominating again. So
Yeah, dude, it sucks. Those ACLs, like it really does take a
Mhm.
full 2 years to
Holy shit, Miles Sanders has over 100 yards rushing too today. They are killing us on the ground. And there's more. That's a wide receiver picking up like 15 yards. I think it's Quez Watkins. Yeah, it is Quez. Jesus Christ, we're getting killed. Can't stop him.
Well, I don't know why there's no defensive lineman
Over
in
Kelsey.
we're the one. Like we're leaving the A and B gaps wide open. I don't know what the plan was there.
At this point, we have to hope for a mistake, for a turnover. Kind of almost had one there on some miscommunication.
Yeah, I don't know why Philly would even throw the ball at this point. They're gashing us so bad in the run game. Why would you risk anything?
If they score a touchdown here, I don't think you see Rodgers comes back. Rodgers won't be back in this game. If we lose this game too, that'd be a fine. I think you probably see Green Bay potentially put Rodgers on the IR.
Yeah. Well, especially with him coming out with an injury here,
Hmm.
I think it
This is a big third down play coming up here. Most
oh
by
my
Eagles QB in team history.
Mike Vick played for the Eagles.
I know. So did Randall Cunningham. So did Donovan McNabb. All rushing quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts has a game better than all of them against us.
Why is our defense so bad? It's like a curse just for our
Why is Jair playing so far off?
Ooh, who did that tackle? That was a nice tackle. Russell?
Douglas.
Yeah, it was Rasul shot into the middle of the field.
They're gonna go for it. They're going for it.
I fucking hate the ballsiness. And they get it. They get it. They just no respect for the Packers defense. And why would you?
Ugh, that sucks. How many times you gotta show me I'm picking it up? If they rule a first down, they're not gonna
Philly
overturn it.
gets a timeout here. Oh, Rogers has his pads off.
He's done for the day.
Done for the day.
Potentially done for the season.
Yeah. So you got to want. I mean, they said it was what? No oblique.
Yeah.
So it's either a strain or a tear. It's the only thing you can do to your obliques. I don't think you can bruise your obliques.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Well, we already had a really low chance of making the playoffs anyway. With this, it all but seals it. We're definitely not making it. This could potentially. Now, if I'm Gutekunst, in a way, this could almost be the best case scenario for me. Now I get an extended look at Jordan Love running with the ones against actual teams vying for playoff spots. Like, Jordan Love's going to play meaningful football.
So I don't want to make any judgments on Jordan Love based on this game.
Not this one. I meant going
Yeah,
forward.
yeah, no, yeah, I got you there. But I'm just putting it out there that people will make judgments based on this fourth quarter here. I think that's too harsh for a
No,
guy.
because you're playing one-dimensional football
Yeah, exactly.
going forward.
Now that said, the rest of the schedule, I think you actually get a pretty nice sample to see what Jordan Love has because you're going to get to face each one of our divisional opponents. You're going to get to
Mhm.
face a
We
playoff
still,
contender on the road in a primetime game, that Christmas Day against Miami.
we still get the Rams in a primetime
So
game.
you get defending Super Bowl champion who's like, they're having a down season, but they still have fight in them.
It's still prime time though. So
Yeah,
unless they might flex that out though, with the way, but
it's
yeah.
possible. But yeah, I mean, I think you get a nice little variety of like the Vikings and Miami are absolutely top tier teams this year. The Rams, they're down but still a feisty team. And then the Lions and Bears are both up and comers. So you get a nice variety of
Mhm.
options for Love to prove himself.
Oh my God, this game's over.
Yeah. 300 rushing yards. 300 rushing yards.
Boy, those offensive linemen are just they're gonna go out for a steak dinner after this. Enjoy themselves.
Oh, Alexander's down now. Great.
Alexander saw that this game's out of reach. He's trying to land himself on the IR for the rest of the year. He's like, season's done. I got paid. How can I be done for the rest of the year? Ankle. Savage never came back in the game yet at all, did he? Either.
No,
I haven't seen him.
no.
Wow. The whole season's we just done. Alexander's hurt. Savage is hurt. Devontae Campbell's hurt. Rashawn Gary's hurt. Eric Stokes is hurt. Rogers is hurt. Romeo Dobbs is hurt.
Can't rely on Bakhtiari or Jenkins. on a
Bakhtiari's
daily basis.
inconsistent. Yep.
Yeah, man. It's
When you think about the injuries, they're always every one of our injuries is they're not role players that ever get hurt for us. They're key starters that get hurt for us.
yeah, and I mean that's a big difference if people talk about the 2010 squad and all the injuries they overcame. It was a lot of like
Death pieces.
marginal starters
Yeah.
and depth pieces that got hurt. We weren't losing Charles Woodson out there, which like right now you look at our roster, Rashawn Gary going down, that's the equivalent of Charles Woodson going down on the Chiefs.
hmm Well, This year's just gonna be a developmental year. Hopefully these receivers, hopefully Dobbs can come back and still get some quality game time experience. And I tell you, I tell you this, if we're gonna make a run again next year, which if we have Rodgers, if he stays, Packers aren't gonna punt on the season. They're still gonna try the best they can to go all in. They're not gonna keep Rodgers around for a rebuild or another down year. So
Yeah. I mean,
they're gonna do what they can.
the thing is, though, the cap situation's so rough.
It has to come from within.
Yeah, it has to come within, and the draft. You're not really gonna find any free agents who are difference makers unless you happen to hit on that, like Devondre Campbell or Rasul Douglas vet minimum who has a career year.
Who the fuck is that? Who the hell do we have in there? I don't even know.
It doesn't matter. Philly's just gonna run it.
They might throw at this point just for the sake of. Yeah, they're gonna throw. They're gonna throw at him too.
Yeah, it's a dumb decision, dude. They deserve.
Oh, they threw at Rasul.
Dude, they have over 300 yards rushing, and they're out here on a 1st and 10.
Oh, Jair's back in. He's all right. Now they're gonna run. Probably another RPO. I mean, it's still slim, but if we can hold them to a field goal, yeah, there's still a chance. Nice play by Slayton. Fuck, yeah, what a hit.
That's the first time we've seen him all game.
He hasn't been getting playing time. We've been putting Dean Lowry in over him.
Which is kind of wild that you're in a game where the defensive line just getting gashed on run plays. That's exactly what Slayton was drafted for. He was drafted to be a big space eater.
Him and Jaron Reed were supposed to be the run stuffers out there.
Jaron Reed is actually, I feel like he's been much better against the pass than the run, ironically. All right, 3rd and 9. Please hold him to a field goal. I'd like to get a somewhat fair evaluation.
Look down low. Look, it's at the good play. Oh fuck!
He's just gonna chuck it up for a touchdown, I bet.
No flag. Oh, easy there, fucking Watkins. Walk your ass to the sideline.
Yeah, that was definitely extracurricular. Well after the play was over, Watkins shoves Jair Alexander. But
you know what would be even better if we get a block kick or a missed kick on this. I'll say this: it may be a punt year for us on this. I like what I've seen in Agnabare so far for being a. Was he a 5th or was he a 6th?
5th. He was a 5th rounder. Yeah, no, I like what I've seen from him. I think Quay Walker has shown a lot of promise and can hopefully keep building. Same with Christian Watkins, same with Romeo Dobbs. Samori Torre has shown some nice flashes for a 7th rounder. Zach Tom looks like he could be a starter on the offensive line going forward. This past draft definitely has a lot of nice pieces, and you gotta hope that Devontae Wyatt, a 1st-round pick, he hasn't done shit this year. You really hope that he can do something next year and not just be a wasted 1st-rounder. I really do think that the history we've had over the past decade of really focusing pretty heavily on defense during the draft, I suspect we're going to see that flip this year with the knowledge that Jordan Love or some other successor will be taking over sooner rather than later. And also, given how poorly the offense performed this year, you want to give Rodgers some weapons. I suspect we go very heavy on offense in the draft. I do think we'll still take a pass rusher on defense if we really need that.
Mhm.
But otherwise, I expect a lot of offensive picks trying to kind of rebuild what this offense is.
We've had some different viewers on this podcast, by the way, tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just checked the channel. There was, I was looking at the comments and stuff in there. No one I've even recognized. So
What's the commentary? Is it got a lot of commentary? How much?
no, not a lot, but some dude called Mantelope said, "Yo, what was that?" I'm probably referring to some play that we were commenting on or something. I was like, I checked out his channel just to see like what it was all about. And like these are the last 5 video names. Truth or Dare or Else. Mantelope Exposed, Please Don't Watch. Reading Secrets to My Little Sister's Diary. And Mantelope Interview. Why is he reading Dork Diaries? Okay.
Listen, man, the context game and clientele is a special group.
Still a work in progress. We're still trying to build our base.
All right. Are we gonna get back to this goddamn game or just
You know what? I just realized if Rogers wasn't hurting, he probably could have made a better pass to Dylan on that screen pass. All right, Jordan Love gets a chance to see what he can do.
All right, he's got 11 minutes and 11 seconds. We're down 2 scores. We have all 3 timeouts.
Just 2 touchdowns. I mean, game's still in. So I wouldn't be surprised if you still see a lot of running though.
Yeah, well, we open with a run to Jones, who gets gobbled up at the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10.
I would have came out with a pass. I almost would have been like, fuck it. Go deep, Watson. Go deep. Because they're probably expecting, a run right off the bat, just to try to get his nerves under control. I mean, that could backfire doing a play action bomb, but could also help build that young man's confidence real early.
Yeah, I mean, we're down 2 scores with under 11 in the 4th. I think we got to be passing.
Better be a pass here. And hits a
Oh.
check down. Wow.
That was an interesting play by Dylan.
He's hurt.
He almost gets cartwheeled on this hit.
Yeah, he's hurt. He takes a big hit. Oh, right to the leg too, yeah.
Yeah, damn, he really.
Oh yeah, that leg got fucking.
Yeah, he's not looking good. All right, so Dylan's
Walk it
probably-
off. Walk it off. Rub some dirt in that.
3rd and 5. Come on, kid, you got to pick this up. Got to get some rhythm on the offense here.
It's fucking 4-down territory.
All right, well that was just an easy one. Philly gave us that. I think that's Lazard's first catch all game.
It is.
Hitch route.
It is. Watson's only got 2 catches. Lazard's got 1. You know who I haven't seen out there at all? And I'm pretty sure he's getting phased out of the offense and he's a bust for us. So Sammy Watkins.
Watkins,
Yeah. I think Sammy's career is just fucking done.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, he's not looks good at all. All right,
Yeah,
baby.
fuck yeah.
Are you
Catch and
kidding
run.
me?
Catch
Are
and
you
run,
kidding
catch and
me?
run, catch and run.
Are you
Touchdown! Touchdown to Wish Watson! Fuck yeah!
Where has this offense been the entire season?
Sitting
This
on the
is
bench.
nothing more than a quick slant to the fastest guy on our team, and he takes it for a touchdown. Why has that been so hard to scheme all year?
Got that single high safety. Great play.
Watson's
This
fast,
play-
man. What a
This
he
play
is
more than
fast.
any play all year shows how fast Christian Watson is. I didn't like. I know he's got like 4.2 speed or whatever. I didn't really get a sense of what that meant until this play.
That looked like a college highlight video, is what that looked like.
It did. But the angles that those defenders had on him, he should have been dead to rights like after a 15-yard gain. And he just fucking turns it on.
What a laser by Love, too. I mean, it was just a well-placed ball.
It was, man. Love has come out looking good. Like he's been going through his progressions. He's been throwing with authority. He's not like waiting around in the pocket. That's a nice little confidence building drive right there. All of a sudden, this is a 1-score game. If the defense can stop them, Jordan Love could be cooking with gas.
I expect Philly to probably, if I'm the Phillies defensive coordinator, I'm gonna immediately think about the KC game and adapt and start sending blitz pressures.
Yeah.
Because he did not handle it well at all when he played in his lone start against KC last year. I know he played a little bit better in Detroit last game of the year, but that's the last game of the year. It's neither here nor there. But the KC game, he did not handle all that blitz pressure.
Yeah, no, I was actually almost going to mention it on that first drive that
It
I
might have been
ex-
too
I-
soon.
well, I expected them to start coming with blitzes right away, and they did not. So that I agree. I think that adjustment is probably on the way. Now, I think the bigger, like honestly, all this is moot if the defense can't stop them.
Mhm.
If we let them run down the field for another 75 yards and a touchdown, it's over.
If we can get a 3-and-out, we get the ball back. How much you want to bet we just see fucking Rodgers coming out of the goddamn locker room and be like, I got it from here, guys. I'll take it from here.
Yeah. We see him like pushing a doctor to the ground.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lose my job, Jordan Love. Nope. I'm back. I'm out here. Nobody's gonna fuck this game up but me.
Man, I'll tell you this much. Watching, if we do in fact have the opportunity to watch and evaluate Jordan Love over the next month and a half, that would give me something to look forward to for the rest of this season.
That I was gonna mention if we officially lose this game and in the post game, I was gonna tell you that normally with a dead season, I'd be like, yeah, it's not gonna be fun to watch these games. It would still be fun for me because I get to watch Jordan Love over the next, 5 weeks. So
Now, I love seeing that. Love over there with LaFleur, looking at the tablets, talking about plays. We don't really see that with Rodgers very much. He's usually just
No.
sitting on the bench, just kind of staring out at the field.
hey, defense has to do something that they haven't done much tonight, and that's fucking get a stop.
I want to see Kenny Clark step up and make a play here.
Someone has to. We like. Oh my god! Come on! Are you fucking kidding me? We can't tackle, dude.
It seemed like Rasul was getting a little chippy.
He was trying to. Sanders was trying to motion for a first down, and Rasul kept slapping his hand away.
Now, Quay Walker was in position to make.
So was
tackle.
Enigbare. Wow, we're getting killed on the ground. Can't stop them. Think.
Come on!
Oh my god.
Dude, Jalen Hurts in McDuffie's arms And
Oh, Hurts looks a little hurt.
yeah, I mean, Rudy Ford comes in and actually puts a hit on him after McDuffie can't wrap him up.
Jesus, he did have him on. Jesus, you gotta make that fucking tackle. Are you kidding me?
Dude, Rudy Ford is one of the few guys out there who actually likes hitting people.
I can see why Versace likes him. Oh my god. Up. Ah. Can't stop him. You got to send blitzes. You have to send blitzes. Like engage eights. What
Dude,
you're doing is not working. You have to try something different. And
you
you're
know, you know what I always do when I'm playing Madden against someone who always rushes their QB? I do a corner blitz, and I kind of take the gamble that I hope
get there
they're
quick. Get there quick. Oh my god, the number of missed fucking tackles in this game.
Yeah, I just I take the gamble that I hope the side that the QB is going to roll to is the side that I'm blitzing from, and that just smashes into him. But Joe Barry, I think he's dialed up like maybe 2 cornerback blitzes his entire career. He doesn't blitz secondary members, safeties, corners. Almost never see it.
I haven't loved the calls he's making, but I know Joe Barry can't actually make the fucking tackles out there either, though. Like some of this is on the players that they're not tackling. 3rd and 2, I have no faith that we can hold them to 0 or negative yards.
Well, also Philly is showing time and time again they'll go for it on 4th and 1.
And it's close enough now where they will, unless they get a penalty on them. This defense is tired. It's gassed. That's a really good offensive line they're going up against. We do not have, besides Kenny Clark, we don't have good interior linemen.
Nope. There we go.
All right. They're right on the cups of field goal range. We can't allow them to pick up another first down. Yeah, Kenny Clark's done nothing tonight. Kelsey has just shut him down the whole game. Jason Kelsey is a better football player than Kenny Clark is.
Jason Kelsey is a very good football player. All right, nice stop on first down. Probably puts him in a 2nd and 9. But that clock is running, man. We're down to 4:20. We need to stop them here. Like, if they get a first down, it's game over.
Yeah, if they get a first down, they're in field goal range. Yeah, you have points and the clock against you at this point.
Nice.
Nice play.
Jason Nixon. That was a design bubble screen where it looked like the blocking was all set up.
This is it, man.
The block
This is it. If we can, this is a weird spot where I still feel like they're probably going to run the ball. That's a great play. Great play. You got to do something here. You got to do something.
Come on, Anagbare.
Come on. Dude, he already had him back there. Don't you dare give him the extra yards.
Yeah, that's bullshit. That should have been blown dead. I hate when the refs just let it just keep going.
I think he just said go for it.
I mean,
Yeah,
at the very
very
least,
minimum, they're trying to get an offsides on us.
yeah.
Holy shit, this is it, dude.
It's a 4th and 3. Hurts in the shotgun, motioning
Quez.
One's in the backfield.
And no.
Alright.
All right. I feel like they're gonna try a field goal.
It's a long field goal.
Yeah, but if they can get it, it's game. Pretty much.
Here, my laptop's dying here. I gotta hook up with some more juice.
Tampa's 5-6 and they're 4th in the playoff picture.
Yeah, dude, Tom Brady's gonna sneak in and he's gonna be like, you know what? I don't like the way everyone treated me when my wife divorced me, so I'm gonna go win a Super Bowl again.
Can you imagine if they get in on like a 7-9 record or something like that and they go all the way? Here you go, 54-yarder. That's good. That's gonna be fucking game, man.
Dude, he drilled that. That would have been good from 60.
Yeah. Dude, that makes it just about impossible. With how hard it is to get onside kicks these days, it's gonna be fucking game. LaFleur's too fucking pretty of a coach to be a good coach.
Yeah, I want a guy like Mike Vrabel out there. Like, he
Yeah.
looked like he could run on the field and sub in for a guy if necessary.
The best coaches in the NFL, they're not good looking guys because they don't care what they look like. All the extra time they spend grooming and manscaping, they're actually just in the office designing plays and thinking about how they can beat you.
Jesus,
While we're taking this out.
like 8 yards deep.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
oh. Damn, dude. That's
Dude.
like a 45-yard return by Nixon. That was a hell of a kick return.
If we could, I mean, I don't love this, but if we can score quick and not burn timeouts, any timeouts, I mean, you're banking on a 3 and out, which I don't think we fucking get. But we're in you know what we could almost do? What about taking a shot for like 20 yards, get it, kick a field goal, and then try to get it back? I mean,
Dude, Love, like, he operates decisively. Every time he's in the game, he doesn't waste any time. Like, you can see him moving through his reads, and he fires when he finds an open guy. Right there, he finds Watson for 14-yard gain over the middle.
so what do you think about that? Would you kick a field goal, try to get it? And then by doing so, you still got 3 timeouts so that you could try to get the ball back on a 3 and out, and then still have like a minute 30 or something like that to work with in like a hurry up offense.
I think it all depends on how the plays go. Like
Well, you're kind of almost
Re-
in field goal
regardless,
range
you need to
now.
score a touchdown at some point. So it's a matter of like if you suddenly get a big play here where you're in the red zone, I personally I go for the touchdown because you're closer to the end zone, you have a better chance. I understand what you're saying that if you take the field goal right away, you save some time, but there's no guarantee that you get back down to the red zone again. I mean, regardless, it's a very low percentage comeback here.
Oh, let's see what the analytics say. I'm pretty sure it's probably about 99%. 98.7% chance. Hey, never tell me the odds.
I
We
mean, I
live.
will say this: the offense has put up a good amount of points on the road here against a playoff caliber defense. It's really our defense that has let us down in this game. They have not been able to stop Philly once. They haven't had to punt the ball one time, right?
So we have 30 points right now, which is the second most we've scored in the entire season. Our highest was against Dallas. We had 31 points. We haven't scored more than 31 points all year. We've only broke 30 twice this year. That's been a big difference in our offenses. I think the last 2 years we averaged like 32, 33 points a game. We can't even crack 30 points anymore.
Okay, 1st and 10 from the 40. Love in the shotgun, empty backfield. Eagles playing coverage. Quick, decisive throw that should have been a
Oh,
completion. Aaron Jones
fuck.
drops the ball. That was a perfectly placed pass.
I want to see a replay of that, but it did look pretty good.
Dude, that is
Yeah,
money.
that's good.
It was right through Aaron Jones's hands.
It's a great pass.
All right, 2nd and 10. Empty backfield. Eagles still playing coverage. Looks like we might have had a false start from Bakhtiari, but it's not called. Love finds Lazard for 15.
Hurry up,
Let's
get up there.
see the urgency here. I want to see how quickly we get the snap off.
He throws good balls.
Yeah, man, those look like tight spirals. All right, I mean, we're taking a long time here. Or
We
ooh, it
called
looks
timeout.
no,
Or-
Philly called timeout for an injury. It looks like the guy had a bloody nose. Call a timeout for that? What a pussy.
Never change.
All right, dude, we have all 3 timeouts. This is unheard of. All right. Dude, this is like the most into the game I've been.
Felt, yeah.
All right, 1st and 10.
Basically in the red zone.
Yeah, basically, yeah, like 22.
Come on. Come on.
Okay. All right, Love binds.
Get out of pocket, get out of the pocket, get out of
time,
pocket.
Fires. Eh.
Ah,
Yeah, that was a bad pass by Love.
yeah.
I think Watson had a chance, but the pass just
It would have
wasn't.
had to been a really good pass, though. It was some
Yeah.
pretty sticky coverage. It's probably Slay, I'm guessing. It's either Slay or Bradbury. It was Slay. Nope, that one's Lazard. I'm surprised Lazard got open on Slay.
No. That was
Oh, okay, so it was Bradbury that was on.
it was Watson that he was going to. I think the announcers were just showing that maybe Lazard would have been a better option. 2nd and 10.
See someone you like. I don't love that pass because now you gotta hurry it up.
Yeah, it
See-
goes to Tanyan. It was a little high. 6-yard gain.
See, this is the clock burn that I don't love. Like now we're gonna potentially
All right. He gives
see.
Cobb a chance.
Now I don't love this. So now you're looking at a minute. We have all 3 timeouts, but are you going to? Okay, yeah, okay. This is what I thought. So you're going to give the ball back to Philly with less than a minute to go, even though you got your three timeouts. But then, like, you want to give yourself time to march down the field.
I mean, I think the field goal's the right call here. You need it at some point, and you're in a 4th down situation. So we take the field goal, make it a 7-point game. A minute and 8 seconds, and we have 3 timeouts. Philly will just run, and we'll probably have about 40-ish seconds and no timeouts, assuming we even stop the runs, which is a pretty.
We wouldn't do it. I know we wouldn't do it. But how ballsy of a call would it be to do like a squib onside kick? Like line up in a kick return, like a regular kick formation, but do a sky high kick and try to give your boys a chance to go up and get this ball.
Yeah, honestly, the NFL really needs to figure out an alternative to what they've done to the onside kick now, where it has approximately a 2% success rate. It's not good for the game. It's not entertaining for fans. They need to change something if they go to like a college format where you're looking at like a 4th and 15 or whatever, do that. I hate onside kicks. Used to be exciting.
We are in an onside kick formation.
Which
wow.
I don't really
I
get.
don't agree with this.
Because if they get the field goal, then it's game.
Yeah.
Over.
So now they're already in field goal range, basically. I don't see kick. What? What was that fucking call? So not only that, but if you kick it deep, you still get if you can get a 3 and out, you make them punt and you get the ball back in decent field position. At this point, even if we do get 3 and out and they have punt, we're backed up in our own red zone with like 45 seconds to go with no timeouts. That's a death sentence then. That's a terrible call. I don't agree with that at all.
I think the only thing I can think is that the coaching staff doesn't have faith in Jordan Love to go score a touchdown with no timeouts. And they're like, we better get him the ball with some timeouts. But I don't agree with that. I think it's a very low percentage thing, and they're pretty much in field goal range. Like if you give them the field goal, it's game over. That doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Yeah, they are one. Well, I guess what they're thinking is if they pick up a first down anyway, it's game over. So like they are 1 first down away from being in field goal range, but it doesn't matter. They're not going to score any more points unless they break a big run here. They get a first down, it's game. So see, why is Jair not on one of the receivers up there?
Stop him.
Wow, too many yards. Gave up too many fucking yards for that second down play. And you know they're running too.
Yeah.
There is no reason to give up a 5-yard run play when you know they're running. You know Jalen Hurts is probably like, put the ball in my hands. I'm going to go pick up this first down. Going to be an RPO to Hurts probably.
3rd and 3. They got Hurts under center. Oh wait, no, actually it's a pistol formation.
Yeah, this is a perfect RPO.
Stop him. Awesome.
Nope,
Awesome.
game.
Love this fucking defense. Defense is so good. Love it.
And there goes our season. Like officially now. You ain't coming back from 4-8. Even if we ran the table and finished like 9-8, we're not making the fucking playoffs.
I feel bad for Jordan Love, man. He comes in, scores a touchdown right away, and then the defense can't even give him a chance.
Well, you were kind of right in that we kept it close into the fourth quarter for your bold prediction.
Yeah, man, I'm disappointed that we didn't get the chance for my bolder prediction to come true. Get Christian Watson that second touchdown.
And Lazard's like, hey man, I'm gonna come play for you guys next year.
Dude, like if Alan Lazard wants anything more than the vet minimum, I don't even want him next year. Like he's
No, I'm fine with letting him walk. Plus, you're probably just gonna draft a couple other guys as well. I mean, he's nothing. You know, and if Rodgers is ever like gone, he's really kind of Rodgers' like go-to guy. It's not Love's go-to guy.
Dude, I mean, his whole thing is like he's a great blocker, but like that's not enough reason to keep a receiver around and pay. Like we wouldn't pay MBS 10 million a year, and MBS is like bona fide one of the top deep threats in the league. So like Lazard, what are you gonna pay a guy who can block well and occasionally catch a third down pass? Like,
Mm-hmm. The fuck did they
well,
show me
dude,
that?
that's we fought. We fought.
Well, going forward, we got who we got next week? Chicago. We got Chicago next week. Who knows what the prognosis on Rodgers is going to be, but at this point, I'm fine with letting Love play the rest of the season.
Yeah, I mean, literally, if we run the table and win every remaining game, the best record we can finish with
9-8.
9-8. Um,
It might be, I mean, mathematically speaking, there's probably some scenario where we can get in as the 7.
yeah, but I mean, when you look at the teams competing for the wild card, you got the Cowboys and Giants.
I think the Commanders are the 7th seed now, and they're 7-5, 7-4.
Yeah, I mean,
7-5.
Commanders have really they put a nice string of wins together, and they have a head-to-head over us. You've got to look at teams like the Niners, and
They're 7-4.
Seahawks. You know,
Seahawks they got a winning record too, I think.
Oh, I believe they actually lead the NFC West right now.
Are they in the 49ers division?
Yeah.
No, 49ers they're really in. They're 7-4.
I
Seahawks are 6-5.
Okay. All right. Well, that must have been a recent change then, because they've been leading that division for most of the year.
Seahawks lost today. 49ers won.
Okay. Well, regardless, the point is we're going to be competing with one of those two teams for a wild card spot. So I mean, there are quite a few teams ahead of us right now. It's not really plausible that like so many things would have to fall in place at this point. It is what it is, man. It's a loss.
I almost feel like with all the injuries Rodgers has to his thumb and now his oblique, like he's just not going to be able to play his best football. Like he's not in a position to, like, is with Jordan Love's development of where he's at and with the injuries Rodgers has, is it to the point where like is a hurt Rodgers better for this team than a healthy Love? And I don't know if that's the case.
I mean,
Love isn't your typical backup. He's kind of the future of your franchise. So Like, if
Yeah.
any minor thing happens to your starting quarterback, whether he's the back-to-back MVP or not, I feel like you shouldn't be afraid to just have him sit a game to have what should be the best backup in the NFL because he's your future franchise potentially. Like that should be a no-brainer decision, but
Yeah,
I
man.
don't know.
It's that we could do an entire multi-hour podcast on the Rodgers power dynamic in the Packers organization. Uh, I'm frankly, I'm just hoping that the injury tonight, I hope it's not serious, but I hope it gives Rodgers and the team the
Oh, look who
opportunity
it is.
to amicably.
Fucking Darnell Savage running off the field looking fine as fuck.
Seriously,
Yeah,
what a bitch.
keep going.
Yeah, I hope this gives everyone, all sides involved, the opportunity to be like, all right, let's let Rodgers heal. Let's get Jordan in there. Um, I don't want Rodgers to like keep putting himself at risk because, like I said, I'm almost certain he will be a Packer next year. So why risk getting him hurt in like game 17 or something?
He's got 50 million reasons to come back next year, so
All right, man. Well, this should be
yeah.
an interesting week of Packers news. Going to be a lot of speculation on how the rest of the season plays out. If Aaron Rodgers goes to IR, or if we keep fighting until we're mathematically eliminated. We've got the Bears next week and then a bye. So it's
If they if they want to give Jordan Love a look without tarnishing Rodgers' like, legacy or his pride or something like that, they're gonna put him on IR. That's what they would do. Because there's no way Rodgers would be like, I could play, but I'm giving Jordan Love a chance to play. Like he would not say that. It's for his own ego and his own pride. He would easily just be like, put me on IR. Then you have a legitimate excuse to like why I'm not out there.
I could also see a scenario in which they say that Rodgers is too hurt to play next week. They give Love a chance and then they see what the mathematical equation is after the Bears get, or well, after the bye week, really, because they could be like, yeah, we're giving Aaron the chance to heal up,
For the bye, they could do that.
and if we're still in it, we'll have him take the field and fight for us, or if we get eliminated, then Jordan Love will finish out the year.
One thing I'm gonna think about a lot after the season's over and like how it all plays out is, was it the right decision to not take the NFL's offer for a bye week after the London game? Like a bye week in week 14 at this point seems completely pointless at this point. Like we could be 4-9 and legit eliminated, and then you get a bye week at that point. Like there's no fucking point. Like
Yeah.
we should
Well,
have taken it after the London game.
especially when you look at the state of our offensive line after that game. The London game was actually where Rodgers hurt his thumb, so like
Mm-hmm.
maybe a week of rest could have like mitigated it a little bit. We had a lot of wide receiver injuries going on around that time.
I think it was just ego and pride and like overconfidence,
Well,
thinking that
yeah, the Packers absolutely they took the playoffs for granted. They're
be like, oh yeah, we want to get that break so we can be geared up for the playoffs. Come like, yeah, let's have it at the very end so that we can get that, get a little extra rest before we gotta go into the playoffs. That's like what was going through their heads. Now, ironically, could be mathematically eliminated from the playoffs by the time we get our bye. So
yeah, I think the NFL actually needs to reevaluate how they treat bye weeks, especially as they increase the number of games played.
if they increase another game, if they add another game on, they would have to do like 2 bye weeks.
Yeah, it's there's interesting conversations around bye weeks and different ways to handle it. But
I almost
definitely
wish they would just do
everyone gets the same week.
everyone gets like halfway through the like kind of like what the NBA does with the All-Star game. Like halfway through the year, or like it's just like halfway through the year they do the All-Star game in the middle of the year, but then it's like a almost a bye week for all the teams except for the players who get named there. But yeah, after like week 8 or week 9, just do a whole week off. Or do it for like, well, they would never do it for like Thanksgiving because it's, that's their moneymaker days, prime time, Thanksgiving football. Yeah, they should just do a week, like the week after Thanksgiving or something like that. Like every team has the same bye week. That worked for me. But all right, man. Yeah, it'll be an interesting week and another Packer loss. This year at 4-8, we have suffered more losses. We are tied. We are tied for as many losses as LaFleur's first 2 years combined, regular season and postseason. And we're not even done with the regular season. 3 losses his first year, lost in the playoffs. Second year, 3 losses, lost in the playoffs. 8 losses total his first 2 year. Already 8 losses through 12 weeks. That sucks, but at least Love looked good.
Yeah,
At least Love looked good.
it'll. I'm looking forward to seeing him over a full game whenever we do get that opportunity.
I'm looking. Hopefully, we get to see him against Chicago. I want to see him up against our division rival.
I also I don't know the status off the top of my head, but I'm really hoping Romeo Dobbs comes back at some point this season and we get to see him and Watson
He
out
will.
there.
He will probably be back after the bye week. I would guess. But he is suffering from a high ankle sprain. Those things can linger all year. There's a chance that he doesn't look the same
Yeah.
the rest of the year. So, yeah. Well, man, go pour yourself another 4 fingers.
Like this team, this season's been so bad. I don't even feel like I need it, man. Just kind of expected the loss tonight.
Yeah, they keep getting less and less painful because you kind of expect them at this point. Like I don't have hopes for a Super Bowl anymore. Or I don't have hopes that we're gonna pull this thing out and make the playoffs. There's no playoff round coming. I don't care what the mathematics say. 2%, 3%. We ain't making no fucking playoffs. Probably won't even beat Chicago next week, man.
Well,
But
if Justin Fields were playing, I would be worried, but I'm pretty sure he's injured, like significantly enough that he won't be playing next week.
he didn't play this week. They did say he has to be 100% in order to play, according to their coach. Since the year is pretty much lost, there's only one. I want the highest pick possible, but I don't want to sacrifice losing to Chicago to get a better draft pick, though. I want to beat Chicago. After that, I don't really give a fuck after that, but I want to beat Chicago next week.
Yeah, I mean, I would quite like to finish the year actually taking hold of that all-time wins record that we came into the season 2 wins behind Chicago.
Did we ever take a lead on it yet, or did we tie it? We tied it at one point.
I think all we've done is tied it. I mean,
but we haven't taken it up.
Right now, what is our record? 1 game better than Chicago?
Chicago's got 1 game up on us. Half a game. They're 4 and they've already had a bye week, so they're 4-7 and we're 4-8. So they're half a game or something like that.
Yeah, man. So I would like to finish the season taking that record. I know it would mean sacrificing some draft position, but
well, beating Chicago would give us the lead next week, I believe. I think. Yes, because we would be 5-8 going into the bye, and they would be 4-8, so we would have a half game lead on them going into the bye, and
Well,
we
no,
would
no,
then
no,
take the lead.
We're 4-8 right now.
So they would be 4-8 next week if we win, and we'd be 5-8.
Yeah, so
No.
we'd be one game.
Yeah. Yeah, so if we win next week, we take the lead.
No, because we need to finish the season with more. Technically, we need to have 3 more wins than them to take possession of the record because they came into the season with 2 more than us. So
Oh, okay.
we need to have 3 more dubs than them.
We have to finish season with 3 more wins than them. That means
Which
that means like winning out.
At the start of the season, it
It
seemed
seemed like a no-brainer.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, maybe not though. Shit.
All right. Well, I guess that's a subject for later.
Yeah,
podcast.
I'm watching the Weather Channel right now, so I better go.
All right,
So,
man. Well,
all right.
yeah.